What? Bro!
That's the wrong song. One.
There we go.
One. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther. Coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas, we've got a phenomenal show for you here on episode number 107. We have got the JaeBoy in the house. You want to say hey, JaeBoy?
Sup, motherfuckers?
That's an intro. Man.
Coming at it hard, man.
Whoa, coming in where?
Okay.
Hey, yo.
Nope, too early.
Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Let's get into it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
And we are
The
Funky Panther!
All right.
Hey.
All right.
Man.
Sorry about that. So I had it looping from last time we were trying to fix shit, and you were like, the music's still playing.
Listen,
I did that on
don't
purpose.
care,
Yeah.
and I can guarantee you
I did that on purpose.
no one that's listening gives a shit.
Whatever. I'm giving
Just let it go.
I'm giving my excuses.
Let it. I gotta let the people know why I messed up.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay.
Look, it's amateur hour every once in a while. Actually,
Every week. It's
every
amateur hour
fucking week, man.
Thanks. All right, let's go ahead and get it kicked off with some individual updates. JaeBoy, what you been up to this past week?
Man, fucking a lot of work. I had recently just finished my album, so I've been trying to crank out a bunch of beats to work on singles for the next one.
Okay.
Just going ahead to get a head start. I sat down and watched all the Twilight movies just for the fuck of it.
Nice.
I did not realize how into it I was gonna be.
Really?
Yeah.
I've still never seen them. I've never seen them.
Which team are you,
Javier,
though?
huge
Oh,
fan.
fucking Edward, bro.
Team Edward. though.
Bro, no.
Are you team Jacob?
Nah,
Is that-
nah,
yeah?
Jacob don't know how to control his shit, bro.
He doesn't.
He gets mad for no
I
reason.
feel like he thinks with his dick and not his brain.
Oh, 100%.
That's why you like him.
Yes.
But I will tell you.
Not to mention that
That's
rock hard body
100%.
of his.
Wait, so Chad, you said you never seen it?
No.
Okay, I will tell you. I think honestly in cinema history, Breaking Dawn Part 2, the shit that happens towards the end is probably the most clever thing because it like caught me so off guard. I was like,
Really?
what the fuck?
You are right because I read the books.
yeah, and it
it's-
was so different.
Yeah, it was. And then, the twist at the
Oh,
end,
boy.
you're like,
Yeah.
bitch!
No,
Like,
wait,
You read?
I read the books, all
You
the
read
books.
Those books?
Yeah.
That's
You
the
read other books?
The only books he's read.
Yeah,
shit,
no, that's
you
what I'm
read?
Like, I didn't know you could
Hey,
read.
man, what the fuck? I'm an intellectual, I guess, when I'm not watching porn.
College Bowl.
College Bowl. I was College Bowl champion back
Yeah, there
in
you
I don't know if
college.
reading Twilight books makes you an intellectual.
Bro.
I'm just saying.
I would read every night, and this is when I was going to UTA too in my dorm room. I'm in my dorm room like reading like Breaking Dawn.
Wow.
And so I'm a huge fucking loser. No, those movies are fun though, man. I mean,
Dude, those movies are it's a fucking roller coaster.
It is.
It's so good. I would honestly, I would watch them with you.
I feel like I need to. It needs to be like a bad movie night.
Yeah.
Like where I drink every time something happens. You know what I mean? Like, and then I'd get into it. Like if I had a reason to not just watch them to watch them. You know what I mean? Like,
I would take a shot every time someone gets too horny.
yeah.
It's one of those.
yeah, or maybe
or
the
too
way,
mad.
or when Bella gives that
Horny
weird
or
confused
mad?
look.
Oh, every time Bella gaps. Like,
Yes. Holy fuck! That
Fucking, there's a scene where Edward like they're trying to change the temperature in the car. Fucking Bella like does this shit. She goes, "You're so cold." And I'm like, "What the fuck? What?"
You know what? My girlfriend, we always laugh at. There's a scene. I think it's the last Breaking Dawn Part 2 or Part 1. I forget. But Jasper's like, "My apologies, ma'am," and we always make fun of it because it's such a shitty accent.
Can I just say
He's
that I
from
did not
Houston.
expect
Yeah.
this to go this way
No.
Twilight,
so
not at all.
quickly?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
man.
sorry.
All right,
Those are
all right.
good fucking movies.
Gas
man.
pedal all the way, dog.
Okay.
How many
okay.
movies are there? 2 or 3?
4.
No. wait,
Oh
there's-
no, 5.
There's Twilight. There's New Moon. There's Eclipse.
Breaking Dawn 1 and 2.
There's
5 movies.
Holy shit!
They did.
It's like a full-on series.
They
I
went-
did not realize it was that many.
They went the Hunger Games route where they split the final movie into 2 parts.
Yeah, but it's worth it though. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. Like the ending of part 1, I was like, "Oh shit!" And then it like cuts off, and we're like, "Fuck, I want to see the next movie," because like it was.
I swear Jesse's going to hear this. You'll be like, okay, so you're going to watch it with me now because she loves Twilight.
No, listen. Here's the deal. If you haven't seen it either,
No.
right? So the only way we're
I
going to
have
see
not
this
seen it.
is if we make it into a drinking game. It's like this all-day thing. We watch them back to back.
We're gonna
back
die of
all
alcohol
day.
poisoning.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, instead of shots, maybe we'll do like sips. You
We're
know
going to
what I mean?
live
Like,
stream it.
Still.
That's actually
We could
really
live
good.
stream that
Live
shit?
stream that.
That's
Yes.
so. I've been saying this. Like, we need to do some like non-podcast streams
Yeah.
where it's just us doing something like this would be perfect. Actually,
We could do that, and then we could talk about it on actual
yeah.
podcast that following week or
if
whatever.
we're still alive
If we didn't die from, alcohol
or killing each other.
poisoning from, vampires and werewolves or whatever.
Yeah.
What other movie series do you like that are like that? Young. Is it considered young adult?
We can get into that in a second, but we gotta finish these updates, man.
Shit, I'm sorry.
There will be a
okay. I
part
got
of
you.
the Funky Five. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean.
you know. All right.
Okay, so Twilight music, finishing up the album.
Yes.
Okay, very, very cool. So
Hooray! Play the kids.
where's the kids?
Do we need the kids?
Fuck,
Do
yeah.
we
I
need
need
the
the
kids
kids
every
for
time?
that, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The album is for the kids.
Yay!
The album is
There
for
it
the
is.
kids.
That's
Very
right.
well done.
JaeBoy is for the kids.
The album is for the kids.
All right, so
Just like Old Dirty Bastards for the kids. Wu-Tang's for the kids.
That's
Wu-Tang's
true.
for the children.
That is true.
I still
Yes.
have tickets to Wu-Tang. I mean,
did?
in Dallas, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Oh,
Nas.
yeah, they are. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a time for that, I think.
So let's go through. I'm going to go first this time.
Yeah, go first.
I'm going to go
Go first.
first.
Go first.
So Friday, I'm just going to go back to Friday. It was a very eventful weekend. There was all sorts of stuff that happened this weekend. First off, I got this bad boy.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
to
sick.
Joseph Ayala over at Panther City Tattoo, who was on, I think it was episode 98. He came on the show and gave us all these TFP
Right.
tattoos. He touched that one up and gave me my brand new, I guess, Spotted Panther. I don't know. It's pretty legit.
Spotted Panther.
Yeah, I don't know. It's beautiful. I like it a lot.
Looks good, buddy.
But now I feel like my arm is, I've got all this empty space and now I gotta go back
Lopsided?
and yeah, it's lopsided. I got all this stuff here and nothing here.
I think I said this to you before. Your body's lopsided now because you have nothing on that left arm.
Well, yeah, it's just straight right arm.
Right arm, yeah.
Easy with that hand movement, buddy, because
Yeah,
you went a little too forward with that.
And canceled.
That was true. You got me on that one. That was. I have nothing to say. Yeah,
Hey,
good
man.
point. I'm not gonna do that again. All right. So tattoo on Friday. Had a really fun night out. I went to Sugarman's, which I've never been there before.
Oh, really?
What is
Yeah.
Sugarman's?
Over there
It's
at
like-
the Hotel Revel.
We tried to.
What
remember,
is Hotel Revel?
It's over there by Chiba Hut and Wabi House.
Oh,
like that little,
I didn't know that was hotel. I didn't know that that's what the hotel
It
was
doesn't
called.
look like a hotel.
No, I
Like,
knew it was a
looks like-
hotel, but I didn't know that's what it was called.
Oh, okay. It doesn't look like a hotel to me. It looks like a big concrete office building or whatever, but it's a hotel, and they've got a really nice little bar at the bottom that make really good old fashions, and they got a pool table and stuff. Went there, went to Grandma's, tried to go for my birthday, but they were so packed we didn't get to go. So went a little bit earlier, got to hang out a little bit, and then into the night at your mom's house, which I had not been there.
I've been there.
Period. I've never been there. And it
We've
was
all
a-
been there, actually.
Wait, your mom's house?
Your mom's house.
No, we've been to your mom's house.
Your
but
mom's
I'm
house.
talking about the bar club
Yeah.
in 7th Street, like next to Ampersand. But yeah, it was a good time. Fun Friday. Saturday, I've been wanting to check out this new restaurant called Cairo Mex. It's like this Egyptian Mexican fusion restaurant over there in Cambui.
That's a more appropriate hand gesture. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm not. I'm really afraid about how far forward I move my hand now. So yeah, it was good. I mean, it's still pretty new, so I think that they're probably going to continue to get better and better. But I think that here pretty soon they're going to have like this buffet, and it seemed like it's going to be a pretty good price.
Really?
They're going to have a lot of different Egyptian food.
Like enchiladas next to.
I mean, yeah, we had like
Whatever,
quesadillas, and we had gyros, and then we had hummus, and I mean, they've got tacos. They've got.
You're saying all of
Kofta.
Javier's favorite things.
They got all sorts of good shit. It's a really
Hummus.
cool spot. Hummus.
Yeah.
Hummus.
And kofta.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good shit, man. It was great. Finally got to check that out. I went with my parents because after we went to Egypt, we're kind of like craving some of that food again. So we went. It was good. And then I met y'all over at Two Lanes
Yeah.
for Tammy, her retirement from bartending. Congratulations, Tamiflu.
I mean, do we do kids again?
yeah,
yes.
it's huge. It's
She
awesome.
deserves the kids.
Now she's doing what she wants to do.
Okay.
Entirely.
Full time, good.
Which
good.
is really, really cool.
See her at the Dream House on Magnolia if you need your hair done.
Yeah, she does like the
she
coloring, the extensions.
She just
the
posted
cuts.
weaves. She does
Leslie's
all that stuff.
gray hair.
She did.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah, so really cool, good for her. And then Sunday, we got invited by Tober to come over to Nickel City for the
That's-
Black Lagoon.
That is a co-owner of Nickel City.
Yeah, Travis Tober over to do they were doing that Black Lagoon pop-up. Like, it was only for a couple hours. We got to get in just a little bit early because, media, baby. I don't know. I felt really cool
It's a
about it.
sneak peek to what they're going to be doing in October.
Yeah.
October 3rd.
It's going to be October 11th through
11th.
October 31st. So
Yeah.
it's for 20 days. And let me tell you, the music was amazing. Like they're playing all like rock and metal and like
Yeah, like there was, in one instance, you're listening to Nine Inch Nails, and then they go into Typo Negative,
Oh,
and then
really?
they're playing like some rockabilly in there, and they had what was it? Some I'm trying to remember what the other band was that caught me off guard. I want to say they had like some Pantera going, and
it was just nonstop.
Yeah.
It's like you knew all the music, but it's not music you've listened to in a while.
Holy
You know what I mean?
Diver.
It was good stuff.
Jay, are you a
Yeah.
Halloween boy?
I'm a little bit a Halloween boy,
Yeah.
just a little bit. I've been scarred from haunted houses though.
Really?
Yeah, I was at a haunted house where they said they don't touch you and they touched you. So not okay. I forgot what podcast I was at, so I got to reword.
Hey, Jay, this is a safe space, man. So
You could tell us.
you could tell us what's
what
up.
happened in the haunted house.
A clown with a chainsaw came out.
Oh my god.
I actually worked. I had a friend of mine. I remember in high school. I think I was a freshman that worked at Cutting Edge, and so I got to go work at the Cutting Edge, and I got to do the chainsaw. That was so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
much
got to
fun.
be so cool. Like haunted houses are pretty sick, but like whenever I went, I suck at scary things, like scary movies.
Yeah.
Like I got a funny story about a scary movie, which is like I went on a date. I want to say in like middle school, and it was the movie As Above, So Below when it came out in theaters. It was like the Paris Catacombs,
Yeah.
and it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
That's a good one too.
it was a really good movie. Like it was a good movie from what I saw underneath the hat that I was hiding from. But I was on a date with a girl, and then we had buttered popcorn, and then I don't even think it was a jump scare. I think it was just a really loud noise.
Oh no.
So there's an explosion at the beginning of the movie. I think they're like blowing up like a tunnel or something, and I'm just sitting there, boom, and then like all the popcorn went everywhere, and it was buttered.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You want to know what that sounds like? It sounds like whenever Mike went on that double date with Bella and Jacob in New
Oh my
Moon,
god.
and they were watching that scary movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
then
there
the
it
hands-
is.
the hands are
Yeah.
out.
That was so
The hands are out.
corny.
And then he was like, I can't do that. And it was like, it was an action movie. It wasn't even scary.
Chad, I want to go home.
Yeah, I don't care for the
sorry.
Twilight references.
Bro, I'm telling you, we're gonna have to sit down and watch these Twilight movies, bro.
I'm all
It's
for it.
it's,
We'll-
it's not
we'll
that
talk
bad.
about it.
It's really not.
I'll
that
get
bad.
some sleeping bags. We'll just go out here in the living room. No
Yeah.
problem.
Oh,
Okay.
100%.
All right, back to Nickel City. The
Yeah.
Black Lagoon, the music, the playlist was phenomenal. We got to meet one of the co-owners of actual Black Lagoon. They started this pop-up in, I want to say, Toronto last year.
Yeah.
And so Toronto, they only had it in one city last year, and now they've got it in 9 cities, including Fort Worth, which is pretty fucking big. I
And slotted for like 20-something cities next
yeah,
year.
even like it's like this year it's going to be like in LA, Denver, Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, New York, Chicago, like big cities, and Fort Worth. We're the only city in Texas. Next year it's going to be Houston, Austin, Hong Kong, Japan, Barcelona. Like it's going to be
Yeah.
worldwide. It's crazy, and it's just these two like bartender. You know, they're very well into not just bartending, but like in the liquor business and things like that. And so
the one we met, she actually is like basically the head over all the drink services at the Fairmont in Beverly Hills, which if you don't know what that is, it's like this iconic hotel, 5-star, like all the stars go there kind of thing.
yeah.
So, I mean, she knows her drinks, and those drinks that she curated for this event were fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's the other thing, is they were gracious enough to not only invite us in there, but pump us full of whatever drink on that menu
We were
that
only
we
there
wanted.
for like an hour and a half, and I think I had 3 or 4 drinks.
Yeah.
It was it was nice. But yeah, so you can look forward to that in Nickel City starting October 11th. We're going to have Travis Tober from Nickel City and I believe his business partner on our show here in the next few weeks as well, which is great because we've been trying to get him on the show, but he is a busy man. He's out in Lockhart, but he's got Nickel City in Austin, one coming out in Houston. You know, obviously we've got one here. He's working
He's got
on
a couple
so many different
businesses in
things.
Lockhart as well.
Yeah. And so, like, busy man, it's hard to get him on the hook, but looking forward to getting him in the studio here in a few weeks.
Yeah,
and
most
we'll talk
definitely.
more about it. But yeah, look forward to the Black Lagoon pop-up. And it's kind of like the Christmas deal. Like,
Yes.
it's all decked out. You know what I mean? Every year they do bigger with the Christmas pop-up in Nickel City. It's like that, but scary.
So she said that there's going to be a line, and it might actually charge a cover, possibly. So I know she was saying up in Toronto, I think they charge like $10 a person to get in.
Well, it's like
Canadian dollars.
borderline. It's like borderline haunted house. I mean,
Yeah,
it really
borderline
is.
haunted house, club meets bar. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. She flat out said it's not going to be like your like kids costumes, Jack Skellington. To put it in perspective, we walk into their back, the bar Bagaza or whatever.
Yeah, Barbagazo.
And we go back there, and they've got literally they got the satanic flag up on the wall, and I'm just like, okay, so we're going for this dark imagery. Got
Hell
it.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. So
I asked her, and she said she was apparently going to share that playlist.
Yeah.
Because I was really into it.
Yeah.
So she said it's going to be something that they share. I was like, that's a great idea because people are going to love this shit. It's going to be great. So look forward to that starting October 11th at Nickel City. And then after that, I went over to Juan from Oso Goloso's, his birthday party. His birthday was on Sunday. Happy belated birthday, Juan. We played
Juan,
beer
sorry
pong.
I did not make it out there. I
Sorry,
apologize.
but I was at
It's all those
wedding.
drinks, you know what I mean? It was all those
man.
drinks, and we actually went to Tarantula after.
We did.
So yeah.
I wanted
don't
a
blame you.
painkiller, man. I needed a painkiller.
I don't blame you, but it was fun. It was at Juan's house. We played beer pong, had some shots. I had shots with his dad. Like his family was there.
yeah.
The guys from Osos were there. Jordan and Kate were there. Lance from Emo Otaku was there as well. So yeah, it was a good time. It was a fantastic time. And then off Monday, so I just relaxed after all that shit over the weekend. I didn't fucking leave my house on Monday. It was fantastic.
I figured you'd gone somewhere on Monday.
No, just straight chilling, watching shows and cooking food and hanging out.
That's good, man. That's good.
You know what you could have been watching?
Just shut up.
So, I this has started we started up a football season with high school and stuff like that. So I'm working a lot of those games this month, just trying to make a little extra money. So at my job, we have to have medical coverage at high school games. So I'm just sitting in an ambulance, watching people play football, it is a pretty good time. I did that Friday night. Saturday, clearly I was with you.
Over at Tulane's.
Yeah, Sunday was just kind of a day for me to chill out, and then Monday, my brother did some barbecuing. He smoked some ribs that turned out excellent. So, family got together and we just hung out. So pretty eventful. Not going out and running or anything like that, but just like I did get out and had some good quality family time. So
Run in. No.
Javier.
Friday night date night over at Lily's Bistro. They reopened like about a month and a half, 2 months ago. I had some great beef Wellington, some ravioli.
I haven't been to
ravioli.
Lily's in a long time.
Got to meet finally Vance Barton, the owner of Lily's, and we have a little bit of a friendship with Ponchos. And so he started following me. He started following me on Facebook because
After
of the Ponchos Mexican buffet post.
Yeah.
Well,
And so
all of the Ponchos posts.
Yes,
you
all
did
of
a
them.
lot of posts.
And so he followed me after that. And then so we're walking out, and he comes up to us. He's like, "Hey, how was everything?" And I'm like, "Great, great." Hey, I was like, "I'll get with you. We got to go do Ponchos one day." And his eyes lit up, and he's like, "It's you!" And I'm like, "Yeah." And we talked for like a good 5 minutes about Ponchos.
It's you. You're the Poncho.
You're yes. Hey, Poncho. Whenever I worked at Mexican Inn, somebody called me
man.
Poncho. And this is statute of limitations. I spit in his queso.
Oh no.
He deserved
Hey,
that.
public service announcement: don't mess with your wait staff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
Facts. And gross.
Like, I'm not condoning this, but like clearly,
Also
I'm
gross.
condoning it.
They called me
Yes.
Poncho.
Yeah, I'm not condoning spitting, but I'm also
Maybe
condoning
he
it.
forgot which restaurant he was in.
What?
Maybe he thought he was in a Ponchos.
Sure. It was all like gypsy kids.
I've seen you
oh.
blackout drunk and didn't know where you were.
Did you say? Do you see a flag here? Do I look like a flag? Are you going to try to raise the flag? Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was
Just
some
commence
jerks,
to
though.
beat his ass.
But he's like, yeah, I'll go with you, and we're gonna make a day out of it. And I think I'm gonna invite you guys.
Oh, yeah.
If you
Well,
wanna
you
go.
should.
Ponchos.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever had? Have you ever had ponchos?
What's that?
Have you ever had ponchos?
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got to take you then.
I know.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
What about you, Blake? You ever had Ponchos? No.
See,
Let's
we
just make
let's
a
tell you
trend
about
day.
Ponchos.
Yeah, let's make
Yeah.
it.
For
Yeah,
a
let's make it a
moment.
trend day.
Yeah.
Let's put it on the
Ponchos
calendar.
is this. It used to be this very established restaurant here in the DFW Metroplex, North Texas, really. And you would raise the flag, and they would come and get you whatever food you
so
wanted.
it's a Mexican buffet,
Yeah.
and look, you're not going to go in for like the best culinary experience, but it's like if you're
One
going
way
to
to put it.
CC's, you're not expecting like gourmet pizza either, right?
You are now. You see the commercials?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
They
no.
look fucking good.
It is like the CC. It's like the Mexican food CC's. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it
Yeah.
is. But there's only two left. There's one in Arlington, and there's one where we grew up here in River Oaks. And
The one in Arlington's closed.
Yeah, it is.
no, this is the last one.
Yeah.
We're holding it down?
No. There's one more, and it was in DeSoto, I believe.
No, no, it was
POP,
Arlington was
hold
the
it
last
down.
one.
Yeah. Well, we're the only one.
Oh,
the one in
wow.
Arlington was off of Green Oaks, and that's closed.
Yes, it was.
Did you ever eat at Frisolis?
Yeah, man. Whenever I was super broken in college, my friends could afford it, and I would just eat the free bread.
Was the Frisolis that you went to all you can eat?
No.
Because the one in Arlington was.
It was all you can eat breadsticks, and so I would just like have a couple breadsticks.
You had your choice of either fettuccine Alfredo or lasagna, I think, and they were all you can eat at the Frisolis in Arlington.
Nice.
Off a little road.
We'll make a day of it. Well, whenever we have that Ponchos Day, I'll let
Yes.
y'all know.
Oh,
it'll be a
please.
blast.
That'd be so good.
We also went to Cidercade right after, which they just opened up, I think,
Awesome,
last
right?
week. So it was a lot of fun. Bunch of cider beers that they have on tap. They were recently purchased by.
You still got your bracelet on.
It's a membership for a month, so
They weren't recently purchased.
you get points. And
No, they purchased
They
everyone
purchased everyone else.
cider Bishop.
Bishop bought Wild Acre.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
so-
the
Legal Draft. They bought
yeah.
the building at Legal Draft, which
But,
they're turning that into a cider cake as
very
well.
cool.
Yeah.
If you love old retro games and a bunch of new ones, like check that place out. It's a great place for date night.
Oh, that'd
you
be
know,
perfect.
they got a lot of good. They got a bunch of DDR games. They have another Japanese game that's like DDR but with your hands that we saw whenever we were in San Jose for Crunchyroll Fest, and but it's a lot of fun. There's like pool tables. It was a skee ball, air hockey.
Not to be
I'm
confused
glad-
with skeet ball.
Yes, true.
I'm glad y'all did the $15 thing because I didn't know what that was. It was like $10 or $15. $15 gets you the wristband, which I think is crazy. You have to wear it all month, but it's
Yeah.
like unlimited access all month, which is pretty neat.
Coming in from the chat, Christy says ponchos and strip clubs.
Hooray!
Never thought that I would hear that from Christy. Christy,
Wow.
I'm
down.
You got my
That sounds
respect.
like a very
You
nice-
got my
That
respect.
Here's
sounds like
what
a
we'll
nice
do.
Sunday.
We'll go to Ponchos and then we'll go to
Yeah,
Buck's
that's a wonderful.
Cabaret.
That's a wonderful
Because
Sunday.
Bucks has always told us to let them know whenever we're gonna.
I want to know what happens when we let Bucks know that we're showing up.
I'm curious.
Unlimited hand jobs.
Nope. I don't think that happens at Bucks.
All right,
kidding.
let's
Chad,
move
for Chad,
on.
For
Let's
Chad,
move
not
on.
for us. For
Let's
Chad.
move on to group updates.
No, I'm not done yet.
You're not?
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
he's got a lot
so
more.
my cousin got married on Sunday. Congratulations to my cousin Joaquin and his new bride Eliza. They wanted me to MC their wedding, but luckily they got a DJ, so very good. I had a great time, and congrats to you guys. It was good to see family. I only see them like during the holidays, and I got a big family, so I got like maybe 50 cousins and 70 cousins. So congrats again to them.
Wait. Maybe 50, maybe 70.
I have maybe about 100 cousins.
It's going to go up. Listen,
I'm not even lying.
every 5 minutes there might be 5 more.
We did count, But congrats, and may you have everlasting love. And it was great to see family again. I'll see y'all Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
All
was my
100,
weekend.
all 100 of them on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Man, that's wild.
You remember all the names?
Nope.
Oh yeah, you look like you're from the Hernandez family. Is that what happens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got Lorena on the chat. Hey, congrats for opening up for the Stevie Nicks. That's pretty huge.
Yeah.
That is amazing. When I saw that, was absolutely bonkers. Doing
Ooh,
things.
You know what, Christy? I did bring up a good point on the Fort Worth Foodies. I did say go to strip clubs after her post, and I got suspended for a day on the page.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Who hasn't gotten suspended on Fort Worth
Man,
Foodies really?
Yeah.
At this point.
Everybody knows her.
And then
her
that
opinion on
chick is pumping her podcast now, and I guarantee if we pumped our podcast on there, she would ban us immediately.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into some group updates.
Yeah,
we
let's
got a few
do it.
things, and then we got to get into JaeBoy.
We do.
Goddamn,
We've been at this for a little
We have
bit,
been
yeah.
talking. All right.
God damn.
A few things. This is the absolute last week to vote for whoever you want to vote for the best of in the Fort Worth weekend.
It better be us.
And we'd love for you to vote for us as the best podcast in
100%.
Fort Worth. It would be absolutely phenomenal to win that again. We appreciate you all that have already voted. If you haven't already done so, the link is going to be right here in the description. And then we'll also put it out there on Instagram, which we already have. We'll post a couple more times as well. The last day is September 11th, this
10th.
Sunday.
10th.
I believe it's actually the 11th is the last
How
day.
about we double check that?
Yeah,
and
10th or
then,
11th. Either way, get
yeah.
it done before the 10th. Let's just knock it out.
Let's
You know
not
what I mean?
procrastinate.
Yeah, let's just knock it out. And then also, we've got a brand new playlist. Last year, we did an Amplify 817 playlist out there for tailgate season, and we did it again, folks. We've got the Funky Panther Tailgate 2.0 out on amplify817.org. If you click on playlist, you can find some of the best songs that Fort Worth has to offer. We've got Dustin Massey, who's been on the show. We've got It's Ernie. We've got JaeBoy, who's right here. We've got Goolsby, Avery Burke, Junia, Yokio, 88 Killa, J.O.E., Frenchie's Blues Destroyers, Picnic Lightning, Lou Charles, Panoramic Duo, the Plum Boys, which we met last night for the first time over at the Here Fort Worth deal, and then Mean Motor Scooter. So really proud of the playlist. Go check it out. We also have some subpar playlists that are out there. We've got one by the Fort Worth Roots. Not even sure who they are, but you can check that one out. And then I don't know who Forever Reckless is, but they've also got
Hang
a
on.
playlist.
I got to say something real quick.
Yeah.
So Andrew Turner, Fort Worth Roots, was on Jerry Jonestown Massacre and their latest episode. And Dustin of Jerry Jonestown said that they made sure all the doors were locked. They took the handle off the fence.
We couldn't break in
just to make sure that we didn't show up. And you know what? I'm here for that because that means we made an impression.
Yeah.
Whether it was a good one
Doesn't matter.
or a bad one, doesn't matter. But we made an impression, and they were worried.
Yeah.
They weren't just worried. They were scared we were going to show up.
Right. I get it.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, you always want people to not want you there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I want to be not wanted.
Absolutely. And then the last thing, we just mentioned Fort Worth Roots. Of course, we love our buddy Andrew over at Fort Worth Roots. This Saturday on September 10th, we will be taking over Pouring Glory for his 100th episode celebration. He's got musicians. He's got a comedian. He's got local vendors. We're going to be co-hosting the event, which is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to have a lot of musicians. You're going to have a lot of podcasters and local people from Fort Worth that you want to chat with. So a lot of free giveaways and things like that as well. So please make sure you make it out to Pouring Glory. It's going to be from 1 to 6 on Saturday, September 10th. So looking forward to that. A couple other dates. We've got JaeBoy performing at Tulips for Amplify 817 show this Sunday, which is the 11th, right?
Yes.
And then we also have the Fort Worth Forever event for September is going to be September 14th next week, which is this big Wednesday, like everyone's just kind of like going out and drinking, having a good time on a Wednesday night. A lot of, some of the big bartenders and things like that from Fort Worth and all the different bars and stuff are going to be out there. So a lot of cool stuff happening this next week. Hope to see you at all of these things. And we'll talk more about your concert here in a second, too.
Don't forget, never forget, his show on the 11th, September 11th.
Oh my god.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget. All right, sports time.
And now, action sports with Javier. Oh, man, I can't even get a straight face in on that one.
That's bad. I don't care for it.
Too soon? Probably. Yeah, definitely too soon. Anyways.
It's been 21 years. It's fine.
I mean, we still can barely say anything about
R.I.P.
Lincoln.
to everybody, though. I mean,
Okay, just get into
Just
sports.
get into
Shut
sports.
the fuck
Come
up and
on
get
now.
into sports.
the Rangers snapped a 9-game losing streak, winning, beating the Astros 4-3. They are playing them right now, currently winning on top. Dallas Cowboys signed vet Jason Peters to the practice squad. Should be good to take over for Tyron Smith's injury. So let's see how that goes. Also, the UEFA Champions League going on right now. The second leg of the tournament is happening. The first leg, I had all the scores in front of me, but of course, as always, I'm prepared. Chelsea lost. The only things that matter is Chelsea lost. They sacked their coach.
Yeah, Lance.
No, he's Liverpool.
Oh, he's Liverpool.
Lost.
Okay.
Liverpool lost 4-1, and that's really the important things. I'm just glad that he is like heartbroken. PSG, Paris Saint-Germain won 2-1 against Juventus, and of course, Manchester United is not in the Champions League because they currently suck. But we have won like 4 games in a row. But that is sports.
And that was Action Sports with Javier. Thank you, Javier.
Woo! Rumsfeld.
No.
I don't get it. It's Rumspringer.
Yes.
I don't know. Who say Donald Rumsfeld or what? Was that the guy's
It's
name?
none of this. It's none of this.
That's none of this. All right. All right. JaeBoy.
So what are you?
Hey, wait. Cover your ears.
And now it's time for news with Tim. Take it away, Tim.
I meant take your headphones.
He's got
Oh,
headphones
shit,
on, you
dog.
idiot.
Oh,
He came
fuck.
right through.
No, I did that shit on purpose because that honestly, I was so looking forward to that coming here. Every time.
Why is everybody so looking for it? Quit giving Chad the
I don't know why you
quit,
hate it so much.
Quit giving Chad his flowers. Is that what it is? His flowers?
Yeah. I'm here for it.
All right. So let me ask you: do we want to start off with some local stuff? Do we want to finish with local stuff? What's your thought?
Start local. Let's go.
Start local. Okay, we're gonna start local. So, with all this flooding going on that happened, Lake Worth police catch alligator near a bank ATM. So Lake Worth, just right down the road from us, there was a freaking alligator at this bank ATM. This lady goes up to it. She's trying to get money out, and she hears something hissing and finds this alligator. Like, all right, at first I'd be like, yeah, that would make me shit myself, right?
Right.
And then I saw the alligator, and I probably would have just picked the alligator up myself.
Well, how big was it?
Maybe this big. I mean, it would have fucked me up.
I mean, it's an alligator,
but
so you're gonna get hurt.
It was not very big.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen watching Steve Irwin and
still
watching
chomp, dude.
and
They
watching,
still chomp.
but it's they chomp, but they can't open their mouth back up. So you got to get them to chomp first, and you grab them real quick.
But they're fast. You know they're fast, right? Like that's why they're aggressive and
They
they're mean
chomp, and you got to grab them real quick.
Okay, I would like to see you fight the smallest of alligators.
I think I could.
and see you lose.
I think I think I could. Can we go? Where's that place? Not Snake Farm,
Apparently it's
because that
Lake
just
Worth.
sounds
Let's
real
just
nasty.
go to
Yeah,
Lake Worth.
let's go to Lake Worth and make it happen. So yeah, that happened in Lake Worth, Fort Worth, Texas. Did you know that the King, Elvis Presley, is alive and well here?
Nice.
Okay, actually, Fort Worth Elvis.
No, though.
Fort Worth Elvis impersonator is crowned the king.
Thank you, baby.
In the country apparently.
Nice.
Yeah. So his name is Victor Trevino Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, yeah, I know some people that love his music and go to every show of his.
I didn't know this was like, I knew that Elvis impersonators were still a thing, but I didn't know that we had like the Elvis. And it's
So
not.
he's performing Elvis music,
Yeah.
and he looks like Elvis. He's got
Yeah.
the whole thing going on.
He's a Latino.
Well, yeah.
So he
He
just
does a good job though. His hair is like on the coif, pompadour, whatever.
Yeah.
all the hair.
So they did an Ultimate
Yes.
Elvis Tribute Artist Competition in Memphis, Tennessee, and for his first prize, Fort Worth native Victor Trevino Jr. won just short of $20,000.
Damn.
Plus
shit.
recognition from Elvis Presley Enterprises, and they contracted to perform with the company. So the competition criteria included vocal style, stage presence, and overall performance. He does not do Fat Elvis. He
Okay.
does young Elvis from like the 50s and into the early 60s.
I just watched that Elvis movie. It was actually very,
It was
very good.
so good.
Yeah,
I
I'm
loved
looking forward to it. Man, I haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers.
Well, it's history.
But
Well done.
You know what happens at the end, dog.
yeah, Elvis switches places with an Elvis switches places with an Elvis impersonator, and he ends up in a nursing home in Nacogdoches, Texas, with JFK, and they have to fight Bubba Hotep. That's
Okay.
what happens.
No, different.
Yeah.
Different film, I think.
Have you seen
Just say
Jay that meme, that Elvis meme, where he's like fat Elvis but sweaty, and it's like I got to pull it up. It's from it's a screen still from the new movie.
Okay.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'll show you here in a little bit. But that
Dude,
shit's
Fat
hilarious.
Elvis in the new movie is fucking hilarious.
Oh no!
Really?
Oh
He
no!
looks-
See, spoilers! He's giving spoilers.
I mean, is he though?
He gets fat. You know this.
You ever seen Elvis in Hawaii? Like he was a chubby
right.
boy. That one.
Good movie. Check it out.
So Chad
Sorry,
Chad
boy.
said this to me. So with the latest, with what's happened with abortion, right?
Right.
The abortion rights being taken away. This pregnant mom figured out a way to get out of a ticket because of it, essentially. So she was pregnant and driving in the HOV lane, and the mom gets first ticket dismissed and then gets another one.
She gets it dismissed because she said, "Hey,
Yeah.
I've got a second person with me."
And
Right?
since the state sees it as a
Right.
as a
second
person,
person, then I'm doing
Right.
the right thing. I've
which
gotta-
she is, she's carpooling.
I
Yeah.
agree.
100%.
I loved this.
So yeah, she got the first ticket, and got it dismissed. She got a second ticket. I haven't read too far into, but based on review, the facts and circumstances of this case, and the applicable law, the state moves to dismiss the case. Is what they said on that. So I'll be curious to see what the next ticket is. But man, who really pulls people over for HOV stuff? Like, I didn't even know they enforced that.
Caps.
What's funny is like it was not. I don't think it was the same cop, but the cop that pulled her over the second time knew who she was.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I guess
I'm sure.
the ruckus from the first one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's you.
But, yeah. But he's
Pregnant
still,
Karen.
He still proceeded to give pregnant Karen
Yeah.
a ticket though. He's like,
And honestly, she's not a Karen. If she's using this to her, I don't blame her.
right? Yeah.
If I was a woman with child,
I think it's a hell of a way to take a stand.
I would drive in the HOV lane.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
I would also use the parking up front. I would do all the things.
Now, if I have children in my nethers, that haven't come out yet,
Right.
does that mean
you
I
won't, though.
I am with children?
No,
like-
they look at it as it's got to be egg and sperm.
I see what you're saying.
You're with one
Dude,
one
you have like a
half.
million
I've got
kids.
so many
Yes,
kids.
I have a million kids in
so
here.
many
A million of them in two.
Man, I tell you what, man, I feel so bad. I do it like 3 times a day.
All right, moving on to the next news item. Was that it? Oh, what?
No, that's not it. The kids are happy about it though.
Don't know why.
Straight from Javier's balls. Anyways, so you've heard of like startup companies, right? And sometimes startup companies don't do so well, and they have to lay off people.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you're a startup company and you want to lay off people at your startup company?
You just get rid of everyone named Tim. They're probably useless.
You get another startup company to lay them off. So there's a startup company that is trying to make transitions like that a little bit more smooth. I didn't know this, but there was the company Klarna, which you can use it to like buy things online and basically like finance stuff.
Okay.
The CEO recently played a pre-recorded video at an all-staff meeting to tell his employees that many of them were going to be laid off. So that was his choice on that way. Better.com, a tech mortgage company whose CEO laid off hundreds of employees in a single Zoom call, and then decided to kick them when they were down, accusing them of stealing from the company by not being productive enough. Yeah, so those are all like ways that you don't want to. But there's a new company that's a startup company to help lay off people. I'm not going to tell you what that company is because I think it's bullshit, and it reminds me of Office Space.
I'm here for it. They found. Yeah. Why not create? There's a need for it. If there wasn't, they wouldn't be in business, right? They're taking over what other people don't feel like they should do, and then the business gets to blame it on that business, and then it's not their fault, so they're not losing morale for the rest of the people. I'm here for it. I think it's a good idea.
But do you remember Office Space? Whenever they bring in the
but they were still part of the company.
Yeah. No. The other person, the people that came, the two guys that came in they were an outside company just interviewing people and they can make their decisions.
Oh, okay.
Jay, have you ever been fired from a job?
I was very, very close, but no, I quit before I got fired.
Smart man.
Nice.
Yeah. I got fired once. I worked at a Brahms, and they said that the till was $20 short. But I think they fired me because I did a bunch of whippets at work.
But also, did you take the $20?
I did take the $20.
And did you do a bunch of whippets at work?
I did. All the whipped cream cans were like,
So it was absolutely warranted.
I mean, yeah. Also, instead of cleaning at night, we'd break dance on the floor
because it was slippery.
Because it was slippery.
Tim, have you ever been fired?
I think that's productive.
I've
Thank
never
you, yes.
I've never been fired.
Yeah, same.
Used to a pretty mean,
Well, all right. Wait a second. I never officially quit either. I never had somebody.
Are you still employed somewhere?
Best Buy still. Yeah, I guess so.
You're still employed at Best Buy?
Haven't showed up to work since 2006. Anyways. No, I mean,
you still get your discount? I mean,
maybe. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I think I still. No, I don't know my employee number anymore.
Okay.
I walked out off the job and flipped off the manager.
Nice.
And so I probably got fired for that. I'm sure, but
that'll do it.
I was leaving, so
Okay.
I think it was okay. Yeah. So that's that about sums up my end here. Let me just cue this up real quick. Just bear with me, and that was news with me. Sorry, it got a little loud.
So loud.
It got a little loud.
So loud.
I'm sorry, buddy. That was payback for your shrill voice.
You already know what it is, ladies and
even-
gentlemen. Amazing people here at the Funky Panther. We interview amazing people because we're amazing people. I can't say we're nothing but illustrious guest here at the Funky
We
Panther.
actually got a cease and desist letter on that one, so we had to stop using it.
Showtime says I'm not allowed to use that anymore, so I can't use it.
And they quoted, "You could use amazing people instead." And
Amazing people for the Funky Panther.
So
Today's guest, JaeBoy.
Hey!
Come on, we're the kids, goddammit.
We've done the kids so many times now.
Are you saying you're saying I
Whoa.
don't? Whoa.
You're saying he doesn't deserve the kids again?
Well, let's take it easy.
I
on
thought
you.
I was a luxurious guest. Thank you.
I thought I was amazing people.
nothing but illustrious, amazing guests.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think of the right word to use. I said we've done the kids too many times.
Oh no, I didn't catch that.
And then
Don't like that.
I wanted to say we've used the kids.
No,
Didn't like that.
the kid clip.
We've played the kids. Nope, that don't work.
Nope.
All right, let's
There's
move
really no good way to say it.
on. All right, JaeBoy,
What's up?
you've listened to us, so you probably know what's about to happen.
Ooh.
We're about to hit you with the Funky Five. It's going to be
bet.
5 rapid-fire questions that are just the first thing that come to your mind. It should be pretty easy because they're all about you, right?
nice.
No sidebar.
You can sidebar.
Okay.
He already had the movie thing.
One
that he's gonna
sidebar.
queue
That was a
up
good-
probably.
One
Good
sidebar.
though.
All right.
The Twilight was a really
Yeah.
good time.
All right, so let's get into it.
All right.
Question number 1.
Yes.
What is your absolute favorite Fort Worth restaurant?
Rodeo Goat.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
I love rodeo guy.
What's your favorite burger over there?
I'm a big spicy guy, so I
Okay.
love the jalapeno burger. I don't know what it's specifically called, but it has jalapenos in it. It's so good.
I like the
love it.
chorizo.
Hot bastard.
And I have it.
Yeah.
I'm weird like that, but I like ranch on the side. So like I'll dip my fries and my burger in the ranch, and it makes it extra
Smart,
thick.
man.
You live in Texas. You could put ranch on whatever the fuck you want
Yeah,
to.
it's
You know what I mean?
Texas ketchup, bro.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
absolutely. All right, well done. That was quick.
Nice.
All right, favorite Fort Worth drinking spot.
So I've been to Ampersand a ton, but right now I'm kind of wanting the low key kind of side instead of like all the clubby side. So I've been experimenting and I've found the Irish pub on 7th, near
Oh.
7th.
Oh, the Trinity.
The Trinity pub. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like an Irish pub.
I still haven't been there, but I've heard good
I've been there
things.
once.
Yeah.
and it's so far. It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I gotta
like
check it
there.
out.
The vibe is so cool. I
Nice.
love it.
Yeah.
Can I point you into another one that's not on 7th?
Ooh,
Conlin's.
Conlin's.
It's a bit of a
Conlin's
dive.
is a bit of a
bar.
dive bar, but it's very
okay.
low key. You got a good group that comes out there. Yeah, check that out.
What's that area called again?
The
Foundry District.
Foundry
yeah,
District.
that's right. Yeah.
It's like
Kind of over there by the Target and Montgomery Plaza and stuff, kind of behind there, tucked away. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
All right, number 3. Favorite local musician.
See,
It's tough.
it is tough because I love the local scene so much. Like, ooh, that really is tough. See, because there's a lot of really good local musicians. Like, it's Ernie, Lou Charles, Lorena Lee, Lucid, like the Buzz Boys. Like their set is awesome. Avery Burke. Like, there's just it's really hard to just choose one.
Okay.
So
All right.
really, like you're just saying everybody, and then especially everybody under Trend. Yeah, because I'm gonna say Trend Media's got some great talent
they
there
got
too.
some goddamn.
Oh no, Trend Media
Yeah.
got some. They got some heat under the
They
belt.
do. They
got
do.
some
They
heat.
do.
Okay.
But no comment on that. Next question.
No, we'll go with that. I always like asking, like, we've talked about maybe to pulling that one out with musicians. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like, are they going to be biased? Are they going to talk about, like, other musicians? Are they just going to pick one?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of in a hard spot, but I think you answered it well. And it's good to see
Yeah.
kind of what you spit out there. But you did a great
Oh,
job.
yeah.
Well done.
Just the community is so well versed and diverse when it comes to the music scene, especially in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
So it's always interesting going out to a show and seeing what other people do, and it's always unique.
Yeah,
every
we're finding
time.
that out. I mean, we didn't really know that until we started getting into this and started having musicians reach out, and us reaching out to musicians, and then we get out there and see like, oh my gosh, they're like, you're talking about diversity. There's such a diverse group, and then the people that show up to these, the crowd is so diverse too. So.
Oh, 100%.
And like the Here Fort Worth mixers, like
Yeah.
we went to the one last night at Lola's, and you see musicians from every walk of life, like older musicians, younger musicians, rock, rap, I mean, all sorts of type of genres, and everyone's just kind of talking, chatting, getting
Yeah.
along, and like, I mean, I absolutely love the Here Fort Worth mixers every month. Like, I look forward to that every time. It's great.
And what Amplify 817's doing for like a lot of the local artists.
Oh yeah, it's such a blessing,
Absolutely.
dude. It's so good.
Like shout out to Teresa. Like she's the goddamn dog. She puts in the work.
100%.
Okay, moving on.
Teresa, let us know how you feel about that.
Yeah, being called the dog.
All right.
And then moving on. Favorite podcast? It doesn't have to be Fort Worth, just any podcast that you listen to regularly.
All right, cool. Dungeons and Daddies.
Ooh, okay. That's a
Alright.
new one.
Yeah, it is a. I was mainly gonna look at you because I was gonna say Dungeons and Daddies, and then I was expecting you to do like some weird sex joke, but you'd be happy to hear it is not a BDSM podcast. It says it in their tagline.
I'm sure that they get probably a lot of like people looking for that.
Yeah, it
Which I
sounds
didn't
like it
think
would
that,
be.
I didn't think there'd be like a need for BDSM podcast, but maybe there is. I don't know.
Surely.
It's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast about 4 dads who go into the Forgotten Realms who have to find their lost sons on their way to a soccer game.
Interesting.
That sounds pretty
It
cool.
honestly, they're in season 2, so like season 1, it all ended like I haven't cried to a podcast before, bro. The shit that they do is actually really.
So are
interesting.
they playing the game essentially?
Yeah,
is that
very
what they're
loosely.
But
Yeah.
they're telling the story.
Yes,
Okay.
they're actually. It's a pretty intriguing story because at first when they start, it's like, okay, yeah, you're going to a soccer game and then there's like a purple portal and you're in a Honda Odyssey and you have to go through all these different fantasy lands as a dad and trying to find your sons because your sons were auctioned off to a higher up and shit. And it's like,
the fuck?
but like there's a lot. If y'all want to get into it, I'm not gonna say anything else.
All right.
But it is.
I'm gonna give it a listen.
Yeah, I want to
But
give it a go.
it sounds like a fucked up anime.
I mean, it does.
It does.
Sounds like an isekai, but it would make a great show.
It is. No, bro, it is. It's
Why
so good.
Why don't they?
Originally, I don't know if y'all remember the
Like-
YouTube channel Rocket Jump.
Yes,
Yes,
I do.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
do?
yeah.
It's the same people.
Oh, okay.
Freddie Wong
Yeah.
and Matt Arnold.
Yeah.
There's a couple new people. There's a dude who wrote the Borderlands games, a writer for like Borderlands 1, 2, and 3. He is.
So it's a big deal.
He-
Like big names on here.
Yeah.
I mean, like they're doing stuff.
They're doing stuff, but it's just like it's so good. I love it.
All right, we'll have to check that out.
But then I've been listening to y'all's podcast.
We
more
appreciate
recently.
it. Yeah, thank
Thanks.
you.
And
Thanks
I've
for
actually
throwing that-
and I've turned into a fan.
You
and I'm
notice
like,
how
I
the
love it.
energy level dropped so quickly after you
And-
got off the daddies,
and
and
it
you
usually-
went straight to. But y'all are nice.
usually-
y'all are nice guys.
It usually does, though. It's
Yeah, I know.
those first episodes really get you hooked, and then you just see the disappointment as you keep listening.
It's
Is that how
not-
that works? Or
Yeah, it
no.
is.
Like I listened to the Ernie episode, and then I was like, "This is nice." Then I listened to the next one. Then I was like, "Fucking yeah, this is cool.
appreciate
I
you.
love it."
So, do you like Dungeons and Dragons? Have you played? Do you play?
I haven't played, but I really want to.
We've got a buddy that's really into it. Our previous intern, he plays it, and we played with him multiple times, and it's actually very enjoyable because it's like this whole story thing, and like he would come up with these beautiful storylines, and then we just fuck it up. Like we would just like,
Yeah.
like you roll a dice, it's like, yeah, he's gonna bang the waitress, and he's like, no, that's not part of the story. You roll a 20, and you're like,
Like,
okay,
yep,
I
looks
guess
like it's happening.
You're going at it with the waitress, and he's got to like throw it in the story. Like
Yeah.
we had more fun just jacking with it, but like it was such a good. It's fun to play. It's a really good
Oh
time.
yeah, like there's a friend of mine who's a DM. He was like, so I intentionally, like there was a bunch of drunk people that asked him to DM because he is actually a really good storyteller.
Yeah.
He was like, my whole intention is to fuck up their game, and as a dungeon master, like not even the people
Love
playing.
it.
So it's like, all right, he intentionally wanted to turn the game into like Space Jam. So basically, what had happened, right? They have to go through these trials and shit, and in the game, it was like they had this orange orb, and they couldn't touch the orb. They couldn't know what it was. It was just there. So. The fucking side eye, the stink eye you had on him.
I mean, like, what are you new?
I'm sorry.
Damn. But anyway, so they had this orange orb, right? And they got to the point where some dude, well, I think it was like Thor or some shit, and he was like, hey, so I need you to get this orange orb for me, and I can't tell you what it is. You cannot touch it by any means necessary. You will hate me for letting you touch it. You will not like me. You will not want to play with me anymore.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, shit. He's like, so if you pick up this orb, you can just put it in a bag and take it to Thor, or you can just disregard what he says and, do the shit.
Right.
And, of course, the players are like, yeah, I want to touch the fucking orb.
Of course. He said, don't do it. He
They
didn't do
touched
it.
the orb, and the DM had a physical orb with a package inside. They had to rip up the orange orb. There was an Amazon package. They took it out, and it was Space Jam jerseys, custom made for the players. And he goes, all right, so you are now in Space Jam. And then he takes the fucking character sheets away, and he goes, the Monstars have taken your character
Oh, what
sheets.
the fuck?
Completely new game.
He's like, the Monstars have
Oh,
stolen your
man.
identity. In order to win these back, you have to beat them in a game of basketball. And if you don't beat them, there goes your character. It is completely gone.
God damn.
They have to make a
funny.
whole new character sheet within 15
That
minutes.
sounds so awesome.
That's why the game's so good, because you can literally do
it lets you.
whatever you want to
It
do.
really does like let you run with your imagination.
so
which-
good.
Yeah.
as an adult, I haven't really played with my imagination in a long time.
Is that what you call it?
That's what I call it.
Dude, it's like in
don't like
Dungeons, like in Dungeons and Daddies, there's a character in there because since the dads have cell phones on them because they're like trying to call their kids, there's someone that is a canonical character called Scam Likely, and every time you pick up the phone, don't trust anything you hear or see. You received a call from Scam Likely. Like,
What the f-
and it's the most fucked up shit, and it's so hilarious.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
I gotta
listen,
listen to
to
it.
it.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna
you
As
listen
a
to it.
matter of fact, like I think we have enough people on the chat and here that would do D&D.
Oh yeah.
Oh please, I would love to.
That would
play
be
D&D.
fucking awesome.
I'd love to make
That
a
you
game.
make it sound amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Like,
I mean, you could definitely be a dungeon master. Like just the way you're telling the story of the story right now. Like I would be into that.
That explains
sure.
why he raps or he's a musician. He wants to tell a story.
Yeah,
Exactly.
well,
I get
my
it.
God,
This is just a
connecting the
long game
dots.
for me to be a DM,
All right.
to be honest.
This is my favorite question. and I want to say it.
Okay.
I love this question.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to paint you a picture.
Okay. Paint
All
me
right. This is pre. I know you're young.
Okay.
So you got to think back before there
This
was.
is pre 9/11. This is
Shut up.
dude.
you're at
Come on.
Blockbuster, right?
I'm at Oh fuck! I miss Blockbuster, bro. All right.
So this is like pre, like DVR. They didn't have Netflix or anything like that, so you don't have any of that stuff.
Okay.
You're literally flipping through channels, and that one movie comes on, and you're just like, I'm gonna watch it. Doesn't matter where it's at. This is the movie that I'm gonna stop at because I love it so much. I'm gonna watch it. What movie is that?
Are we? So when it comes down to movies, are we talking about like if it was like back in the day, but there's like modern movies now, or
No,
just
it
back in the
doesn't
day?
matter.
It could be
Any
anything.
movie.
I'm just saying, like, I'm
Oh,
just trying to get you
shit.
to envision that, like, you're gonna flip through the channels and be like, yep, this is what I'm doing for the next, 30, 40 hour,
Yep.
whatever it is.
All right. So
Dropping plans.
Direct TV.
Watching that movie.
Yeah.
Got the Direct TV. Got the whole thing set up. TiVo.
Ooh, that's
Oh man, TiVo.
Yes, TiVo. Nailed it.
Oh fuck! Back to the Future.
Which
really?
one? Any of them, or like
No,
is
he
it?
has to pick one of them.
See, that's hard because all of them are good.
Yes,
But
they're all good.
I would say it's one. I'd probably say go with the,
Okay,
the
go with the
original.
original.
But number 2 is a very close second.
Man,
Oh yeah, you had the Air Mags. You had
Yeah,
like
the
flying
fucking Nike
cars.
Mags,
Yeah.
the FaceTime before it was FaceTime,
Yeah.
the 3D Jaws shark. Bro.
I'm a
Come
number
on.
3 guy. I like the third one.
You like the Western?
I do. So I have a love for westerns because of my dad, and I love going back in time. Like I think that's like
Oh yeah, you're
back,
a fan of
and then
actually going back in time
and then back to the yes,
on a regular basis.
yeah, and then Back to the Future.
See, it's easy for you to say you can go back to 1950s America and you'd be great. You'd be fine. I can't go back to 1950s America.
I mean, you can, but it's
could,
probably not
but-
going to be in your best interest.
Go pick my fruit. Or,
That's
you know,
probably
God.
yeah.
I mean, you'd work, but you could be fine.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
You wouldn't be happy.
I would have to live like in California.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe yeah.
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 I mean, Richie Valens came out of there.
Richie Valens did okay until he died.
Yeah. You know, as what happens.
Well done. You made it through the Funky Five. You did it. Great freaking job.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
That
All
was
right.
fun.
All right. All
it
right.
was fun.
Yeah, man, that D&D podcast, Dungeons and
Gotta
Daddies.
get into
I'm gonna
it.
have to check
Dungeons
out.
and Daddies.
Listen.
Oh, also in the game, instead of it being a Dungeon Master, it's a Daddy Master. Just to throw that out there.
Ooh,
Anyway.
Daddy Master.
You're the call me. All right.
So where are you from?
Okay, so originally I am from Blue Ridge. I am from like back neck, redneck, Blue Ridge, small town.
Where's
Blue-
that? What
Blue
state
Ridge.
is that?
Here.
Oh, okay,
Texas.
Texas. Okay.
But I just recently moved to Fort Worth. Like just recently. I'm
Welcome.
getting my apartment set up.
I'm imagining Blue Ridge is like East Texas, but I'm not sure.
Yes.
Like, okay,
Go like,
what's a
It's right
what's a
on the
major
map.
city that's by Blue Ridge?
Probably like McKinney.
Okay, so like
Oh,
that
okay.
northeast. Okay,
Yeah,
northeast.
it's like 25 minutes out though.
Okay, yeah,
it's
yeah.
so in the country.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Like I grew up with a huge backyard, like an okay house, like
It was normal to see cows, down
Oh,
the
yeah,
road and stuff
100%.
like that. Yeah, okay,
like
gotcha.
I was right next to town square and the post office, like gas station, everything was like right there. And when I mean small, I mean it was small.
What brought you to Fort Worth?
Trend actually. So funny story with that. Whenever I was in high school, like I'd hacked into my school's laptop and I told the person who was doing all the IT stuff for my laptop, I was like, hey, and it had GarageBand at the time. I was like, hey, I need to use GarageBand for a school project and this and that. I didn't need it for a school project. I just wanted to fuck off in class.
Oh my.
So I got into producing that way, and seeing all the kids rap in school, I would just produce for them. And I was a producer before I was a rapper.
Really?
I sucked ass as a producer. I'm not even
But
gonna.
you had the tool.
I had the tools.
Right.
Very shitty tools, but I had the tools.
They get the job done.
I got the job done. As the kids would say, I'm not the dude at the lunch table rapping. I'm the one hitting the pencil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
nice.
it's but I had a friend of mine that was in our church group. I don't go to church now, but she was in our church group, and she went on to do photography. I don't know if you know her, Chloe Gonzalez. She's with 12 Midnight.
Okay. Yeah.
She was a phenomenal photographer, and she shot photos of Blake. And Blake did music.
What kind of photos, Blake? Ooh, now I'm interested. Oh yeah, that's right. Back to you, JaeBoy.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, ooh la la. I thought he was so sexy. No, I'm kidding. with him and his buzzed pink hair, by the way.
Ooh,
If you
girl.
remember that. But this was back in like 2017, 2018. I had reached out to him, and they had this whole trend thing. I was like, hey, I'd like to work with you. And he was like, okay, you know, that whole thing.
Yeah.
And then I found out he had co-founded Trend with Mitch and everybody, and then they had this thing of like, hey, we want artists to come through to Fort Worth. And then I had Super Saiyan J at the time, and it was like around 2019, and it just started to pop off Spotify editorials and shit. And I was like, I'm probably cool enough to give a Trend. So I called up. What's up? 500,000 streams, by the way.
Wait, what?
Super Saiyan J?
It is now, yeah.
God
Holy
damn.
shit.
I'm gonna
It
say
is a
that
banger. It is
number
a
one,
banger.
it's a good song.
It's
Number
a good-
two,
yeah.
the name.
Super Saiyan
That's
J?
gonna
That'll
yeah,
help.
Yeah.
That'll help.
I'll get into Super
Yeah,
Saiyan
yeah.
J
All
later.
right, all right.
But and how that shit came up to be, because it was random as shit. But anyway, so I had called somebody who was with Trend. I want to say it was Rocio who I talked to, or somebody. I don't know. No, Alex. It was Alex before she went on to go move overseas and do EDM shit. And I told him about Super Saiyan J, and at the time it was like 16,000 plays,
Yeah.
and I was like, I felt like the shit, bro. And he was like, yeah, so we got this event 2019, just come out. And it was like the first time I met Blake. I brought me and the homeboys, and ever since then, from McKinney to Fort Worth for the past 3 years, I've been driving about an hour and a half, 2 hours, just because I was so dedicated
Right.
to what they were doing and just elevating in music, because I saw myself actually grow, and I was like, this is somewhere I need to be. So bringing myself to Fort Worth now, actually kind of putting the nail in the coffin of getting my apartment, which is my first apartment, by the way, and I'm so surprised I got it where I got it and how much it was. But it's mainly for Trend and all the connections here.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit, even with you guys, like even hanging out with you guys, probably like whenever y'all are out, like on 7th or
It would have
something.
been a long night if you had to drive back to like past McKinney tonight
Yeah.
after the show, for sure.
100%. 100%. An hour and a half drive, damn near like half drunk or some shit. That shit sucks.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So, but yeah, that's why I'm in Fort Worth. It's just because of Blake, bro, and his sexiness, bro.
Oh,
We're finding out in the chat that Blake also had teal hair.
You
wow.
did have teal hair, bro.
Man.
All
You-
the colors.
Bro, your turtleneck
Loving
and
it,
your
I'm loving
fucking.
it.
Oh, bro, we had a turtleneck too. With the
Did he
jeans.
have
we gotta
like a-
find. We gotta find these pictures.
Like a
I will find
The
them.
Rock, like turtleneck with the
Yeah.
fanny pack.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I think that's where he got his inspiration from.
That's
to be
some
honest.
drip right there.
That's
Yeah,
That is drip,
icy. That's fucking
I am
icy.
in.
Yeah, but he looked cool though, so I was like really nervous to meet him at that time. I was like, oh, my name is JaeBoy.
I can't wait. Just off topic though, y'all are gonna be in for a treat next episode when you see our drip.
Oh,
Yeah, so you're gonna have to tune in.
It's
Everybody,
a
you
gonorrhea
gotta tune in.
drip. You're
Shit.
gonna,
Yeah.
It's gonna be gross. No.
Hell yeah.
what the fuck?
Shut up, man.
So
We're,
All right,
we're
anyways.
gonna look good, and we're gonna match, and it's gonna be cute.
Yeah,
Nice.
let's get into this. All right.
So you're saying that you were a producer first before you became a rapper. What influenced your sound? Like, what were you looking or listening to when you were coming up with these types of beats?
So I was before I actually got onto the MacBook, I was a beatboxer.
Okay.
Like, damn near professional. I saw someone do it on the street at one point, and I was like, I'll do that. And then I just started like hitting some
Do you
spits.
still do that? Can you still beatbox?
Wait, hold on.
I don't think I've actually ever seen anyone beatbox like well.
It's
and you said
been-
damn near professional is what you said.
Damn near.
Like a Red Bull beatboxer, almost.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. What a
Yeah.
deep pull. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Let me.
I'm imagining Reggie Watts here doing some beatboxing and doing all the looping and all. Have you ever seen him, Reggie Watts?
Oh yeah. On like James Corden.
Yeah, yeah.
And everything else. Yeah. All right. Oh, see, all right, see, it's been a minute.
No, that's still
okay.
good. That's still good.
I mean, we
Great.
put you right up on
We
the
need
spot.
the kids
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
fucking
That was
great,
great.
man.
Bro,
That
can I
was
get the
awesome.
kids for the one time?
For the 20th time, here's the kids.
Man,
Well
that
done.
was
All right, get
Well
back in the
done.
closet.
Well done.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. You don't really see that anymore. I don't really fucking
I've
see it
wanted
anymore.
to. I've told Blake this. I wanted to incorporate that into like production for something.
That'd be pretty
I've
legit.
just never found a more like I wanted to do a creative way to do it because I've seen like John Bellion. He's one of the inspirations for why I produce. To answer your question, it's Logic and John Bellion. Their production styles. If I can just meld them together, It's fucking.
So
We talked about this.
All
We
right.
talked about this.
Yeah, so I was like, I in some of your songs, I got definite Logic, and I can't remember. I should have wrote them down, but I was like, this has got some serious Logic vibes to it, like just the way you're flowing. And
I feel like Extra had some like Logic vibes.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So okay, all right, that's awesome. And then what got you into the next step of like starting to rap?
Just since no one was wanting to get my shitty beats at the time, I just kind of I just wanted to do it myself. And then I found
like, fine, I'll use them.
Yeah, and I was like, I've been through some shit. I'll write something, and then I wrote something, and it's under a name that I don't go by anymore. But I put a couple things out like on SoundCloud and Spotify and stuff, and it was very, very bad. But it's still elevated to what I wanted to do.
Is it still out there?
There's a couple.
Okay. Well, you don't have to.
Yeah, we won't.
It's horrible.
I am going to get that name from you after the show.
I will.
And
I'll send you. You know
what?
what? I'll do you solid. I'll send you a link to it so you don't got to try that hard.
Girl, okay. I'm here for it.
But no, yeah, Logic and John Bellion with their production styles. Six is Logic's producer, and like even going to Logic shows and hearing all the albums, like the homeboy saved my life, bro.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely think he's one of the main reasons why I'm here right now, because like I got Rat Pack tatted on my forearm. It's in his made up language. Fucking like everything that I do musically, I owe a good chunk of that to that man and his producer.
What's your favorite Logic album?
Man, fuck, bro. The one that saved my life was Everybody.
God, that was a great fucking album.
It really was. It was
great...
so critically, like, everybody fucking hated it. And I was like, why?
Why? That makes no
They're
sense.
like, oh, he went mainstream. Fuck off,
My
dude.
ass.
It's like, oh, it's just about race, this and that, man.
Bro, that last track, though.
Oh, fucking, bro, like the last one?
Yeah.
Bro, Africarian or whatever
man.
it is.
But the thing that I love most is, like, after the song and Neil deGrasse comes in with what he's saying.
Fucking.
As a matter of fact, and it's weird that yesterday, Facebook gives you your memories of whatever and I posted that because I have the vinyls,
my bad.
and but I posted that and I love that quote that he.
Yeah.
It's fucking life. It, like
And I make it a point at every show now. It's either if it's peace, love, or positivity, because that's his thing.
Yes.
But also, I kind of just didn't want to rip it off of him. But I also wanted to do something that's like myself. Like even at this next show, it's gonna be like, because I have the song "I'm Fine," and it's just gonna be like, look, if you need somebody, fucking talk to me. Like, find me after the show, find my Instagram, DM me. I will follow me or whatever. I will have an actual personal conversation with you, because this shit, I'm not gonna take this shit lightly. Like it's. This shit's important to me.
I think Logic was like he did the suicide hotline?
Yeah, 1-800, yeah.
And that was, whenever I first heard that, I was like, okay, what's this number? And I started listening to the words and everything. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Yeah. And that was like one of the first artists I think I ever heard that actually was like really advocating for that whole mental health aspect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was even before Everybody. It was like when I wanted to start getting into rapping, and I just loved his style. I learned gang related. Like the last bit, and especially how I started to rap fast, like get down or lay down, hit you with a Beretta, you better stay down, straight shot for the playground, living how I'm living with the life that I'm giving, you better just ride it with me, I'm riding with him, like shit like that, where it's just super quick. I tried to incorporate that because it was just always so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like those are like my main inspirations.
That's awesome. So you mentioned "I'm Fine," right?
Yes.
So let's talk about that one, because that one is a single that you just dropped. Was it last week or the week before? It was like
September 2nd. I want to say it's not even a week old. I don't think.
It's very fresh.
Very
very
fresh.
good song. So what can you tell us about that one?
It's an oxymoron of a song. So basically, "I'm fine" is the lie that we tell ourselves when we're not fine.
Right.
Everybody and their mom has said that they're fine. Especially when, like, if let's say you're going through something fucking horrible, something traumatic, and the one thing you say is, "No, I'm fine. That's all right." But in the case of my song, and also in my album, it's always like, as an artist, I'm having to be portrayed in a certain way, and I have to drink more, and I have to take all these drugs, and I have to appease to everybody and appeal to everybody, and it's always, "I'm fine.
Right.
I'm cool. Like I'm chilling, bro." But it's always not like that.
I like that. It's a very good song, and you definitely feel that when I saw the title, and I was like, oh, it's going to be a feel good. I'm fine. Everything's great. You know what I mean? Then you listen to it, and it's exactly what you said, right? And it's like, oh, okay. I mean, it means something. It definitely means something.
Yeah. All the songs I try to make mean something. And I sent you guys the album early, because I wanted to make sure you guys understood what. Oh, shit.
You're okay. Let me just.
I did that shit twice.
Let me
now. I'm
move a
sorry.
little bit. You're good.
No, and we appreciate you did because we've been listening through it, and man, it's well done and it's well pieced together. Not just like the songs, but the little tidbits and the voicemails and stuff.
Okay, yeah. So let's get into that real quick.
Okay.
I know we cleared that. So there's some voicemails.
We got
cleared
the
that. We got the
okay.
okay.
The voicemails.
So there's some. Are those real voicemails?
Yeah, my dad called me and was like, "Hey," but I also told him, I was like, "Look,
I'm gonna put this in there. You're gonna be part of this now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah." I'm giving him like I'm gonna give him like the whatever streams come out of it. I'm giving him all the royalties for it, for that specific song, for however much it gets.
Dude,
played.
it's like that's a heavy.
It's heavy.
I don't want to give it away because whenever the album drops, you're gonna listen to it and be like, wow,
real.
Yeah,
like, this is
whenever
real.
I played it in the studio, once we finished, we had a group listen and making sure everything was good, and it was like, my dad came up and they're like, "What the fuck, yo, are you good?" Like, and then I got my friends to come on, and then I had other artists come on, and especially the last track, a bunch, like, it kind of just goes to show like what everybody's been thinking throughout the journey of me, doing drugs and drinking and being in the wrong headspace the entire time. So it's just, I just wanted to add that because this shit's very real, and those conversations are real, and I don't think it just gets highlighted enough.
Yeah.
So if I just added those little things in there to kind of show the reality of it. And there's even Easter eggs within the songs, like for extra, there's I got 2 big bags and I still look lavish. Either it's bags under my eyes or like bags of cocaine, like double entendres everywhere.
Yeah.
So you can interpret it as like, oh, this is a dope album, and it's like it's a feel good album, and it's supposed to, like, I could play this shit in clubs and no problem. Or it could be like, damn, I want to be introspective for a second.
Right.
Or you actually listen to you really listen to it, deep listen, and then you feel that you feel what the artist is putting out, so we feel what you're putting out.
Right, and I think I really do think that, like, the voicemails in there kind of help with that.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
like, you get to see who you are a little bit, right? You get to see behind the lens instead of just listening to the music, which could it be real, could it not? I don't really know. But then you listen to the voicemail, and you're like, oh shit, okay, this is really him. This is the shit he's going through.
Right, but like listening through, like I said, I got some Logic vibes, and I told them, I was like, man, I hear this in it, but also like, dude, you got some like dark, heavy hitters too, and that's something that everybody's gonna be able to look forward to. Like if you're into some of the upbeat stuff, there is a little bit of that, and then if you're into that dark,
I like that upbeat kind of hip hop and rap and pop music that makes you feel good. You can dance, or you can just hang out and listen to it. And then Tim,
dude, I love, like, so I'm a big Suicide Boys fan. Like I love their beats.
Yes,
I like how, for the most part, everything is just like this kind of dark and just like dingy, rough sound, and you have that, so you get this really nice versatility, which is pretty cool. You don't see that a lot. You see artists kind of pigeonhole themselves in like one style, one whatever, and I feel like you got enough to kind of go multiple ways and really bring in other listeners.
Oh yeah, that was also one of the main things I wanted to do, because the way I produced it, which, by the way, I produced everything except for a little bit of the outro, a little bit of I'm Fine, and Facilitate.
Really?
But I produced everything else.
Well done. Nice.
I have friends who have done guitar samples for me, chopped them up, put them in where I needed them to be. Wrote.
So you moved past GarageBand? Is that what you're saying?
I very much moved past GarageBand.
Well, and I feel like Trend probably has better, equipment than just using GarageBand too.
Oh,
yeah, so
100%.
and that nice. It goes a long way.
Yeah,
right?
they got a GarageBand's bigger brother, Logic. Logic Pro. That's what I use to record the entire album.
But what's nice, if we want to get like into the producing side real quick, is I really like that stuff. Switching from, it seems like everybody starts with GarageBand. Like, it's such an accessible tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Isn't that where you made our theme song?
That's where dude, straight up, man. That's where
You made the theme song?
Yeah, I cut her. I took samples that I had and just kind of put them together, and we made that, and it works. We want to have someone. We haven't reached out to him. We're not going to say it yet, but we're reaching out to somebody who does beats, and we kind of want to make a revamp. Yeah,
his name is Kanye West.
Yeah, Kanye West.
Say right now.
Yeah, never gonna fail.
Never gonna fail.
Yeah,
Kanye West, I'm never going to fail.
yeah, that's right.
Oh, I love that.
So, anyways,
He laughed whenever I said it
We know.
yeah, shut up, man.
because I met Kanye.
We know.
Oh shit!
No, he actually
You've met Kanye?
Yeah, and here's the
Kanye.
story.
Shut
Okay.
That's crazy.
Boy.
Don't
Did
feed into
you
it.
not know?
Don't
you
feed
hear
into
this
it.
all the time,
No,
right?
I know.
Don't feed into this. But no, switching from GarageBand though, like something that you were able to play with and learn, and then going into like Logic.
Yeah.
It's such an easy transition because it's built basically the same, but you have a lot more capabilities now.
Oh, 100%.
It's like going from Adobe, Photoshop Express to full on Adobe.
Right.
So what did we try recording on back in the day? Cool Edit Pro.
Cool Edit Pro.
Cool Edit
And
Pro,
I'll
yeah.
tell you what, I could do things with Cool Edit Pro.
Yeah.
You had to be like a magician to make that work well for you.
Yeah.
And we did not that well, but well enough. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well enough.
So I kind of know. I guess I might know the answer to this, but
Okay.
what are your dream collabs and who? What's a bucket list artist that you'd want to go on tour with?
See, because I talk about Logic all the time. Of course, I'd love to work with Logic, and I love to work with his producer because the similarities that I've had. Fuck, dude. I mean, more recently, probably Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
Because the way he his story, like This Is America. That's my
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Oh my god.
Like that's my vibe.
That is such a great song.
When
too.
that video premiered and I think I watched it like 10 times.
The same. Yep. I was so shook.
There's
how good it
two
was.
videos. There's two videos that I've seen in my entire lifetime watching music videos that really got me, and that was one of them. And the other one was a Slayer video, which was like the most brutal video I've ever seen too. So to say that though, like I've seen a lot of music videos, and most of them are just glitz and glamour and all that stuff, and then seeing Childish Gambino and seeing what the words he was saying and pairing it with that visual was just like, wow.
Well, he does that with a lot of videos, like with Sweatpants. He did the same thing where it was just the same thing running back, and then you see more of Childish Gambino like in the diner, and the same thing with Bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just visually with everything. Freaks and Geeks is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
But man, just the way he puts everything together, you don't expect it from him.
Oh,
and it's just
I take a lot of visual, like especially at my Amplify show, I have a lot of theatrics. And growing up in high school, I was a little bit of a theater kid, so I just think a show is more interesting with
I think
those
they
kind
say
of
theater
visuals.
nerds.
Oh, theater nerd.
No, but
So I was
said,
as a
'cause
theater
I'm
nerd.
a band nerd. I'm just
dude, I love that though. So like Ernie came out with his whenever we watched his show, he had the whole boxing thing, doing his theatrics with that, which was awesome. So I like it when artists incorporate like something more visual other than just watching you sing on
So
stage.
what you're saying
or
is it's
whatever.
going to be better and bigger than that, yeah?
Oh, 100%.
Ooh, Ernie.
Actually, I'm allowed to say that because Ernie is my hype man.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't want to give too much away, but there's a kidnapping elements involved.
So what you're saying is you got to be at the show and see it.
Oh, you have to.
You got to be at the show.
I mean, listen, as another thing you pointed out, the show is on September 11th.
Yeah.
Never forget. And what is really good about this show is that Amplify is covering all of the admission. It's free.
100%.
So that it is a huge blessing for Amplify and the Fort Worth Library to actually do all those things. Again, shout out Teresa, because this shit would not be possible without Teresa.
She's the goat.
And the goat, the dog, as you will.
Yeah, the goat's better than the dog. Well done. Moving up.
100%. But no, the admission is 100% free. You can come in. Show starts at doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. Apartment 75 is going to be opening. With my set, it's going to be a lot of theatrical elements. There's I'm going to have a little bit of makeup on. I'm going to have a lot of props. I'm going to do a lot of things. I'm going to have an actual live band on a hip hop set.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be really
Oh
cool.
fuck, really?
Yeah, I got a guitar,
You
bro.
gotta get a lot of.
Can
fucking
we
video
just
on it.
say, and this is, man, take no offense to this, but looking at you and hearing you talk and how excited about things, and then listening to you rap are two totally different.
And Dungeons and Daddies. I
Yeah.
mean,
You're, I mean,
and Twilight?
look, we're on two different
Twilight?
spectrums,
Oh yeah, dude.
and it's really cool. Like
Yeah.
I like.
I take
that.
100% offense,
Yeah,
but it's okay.
that's fine.
Hey, but Logic plays D&D.
Yeah,
I know.
he does.
True.
Right? Yeah, he plays
True.
D&D, plays chess. He's very intelligent.
Look, man,
I love
nerd,
it, man.
like embracing that nerd life now. It's perfectly fine and acceptable. It wasn't in high school because
No,
people
no.
make fun of you, whatever. Give you, and it ends up being a rough time. But then 20 years later, you're just like, man, this shit's actually really cool. Fuck you guys. Who cares,
Yeah.
right? But it really is like, I would not, if I just met you, I would not expect like, hey, listen to this demo, that I've got, and I'd be like, okay, whatever.
It's
And
very
then-
passionate,
Yes.
sometimes aggressive. Like it's a lot, and you don't feel that sitting next to
No.
you. Like I don't feel like I'm going to get murdered. You know what I mean? Like we're
Well-
good. Well, I didn't feel like I was going to get murdered. You know,
Hey, anything's possible in the studio.
Anything is possible, bro.
that's
so,
facts.
So speaking of nerds and nerd culture,
Yeah.
you have a track called Super Saiyan J.
Ooh, yes, I did.
Like, what can you tell us about that?
It was a joke track.
really?
It was not meant to blow up the
And
way
now
it did.
500,000
But,
listens. Yeah, holy shit.
So basically, I got me and my friend Desire. I think I saw him in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but yeah, me and my friend Desire, longtime friend since high school. He's a dancer, but I converted him to rap because rap's cool. But dancing's cool also, so it's okay.
Yeah, a little both.
A little bit of both. But I was like, all right, I'm just gonna. What if we just did a fucking track and it was hype as shit and it was about anime because he watches a lot of Dragon Ball, and at the time I didn't, so I was like, all right, I'll make a track with Super Saiyan. We'll come up with names: Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Super Saiyan J. So like we were just kind of workshopping it, and I remember writing it in his kitchen, going back and forth. I made the beat and sampled the Ultra Instinct beat, which I can't wait to get sued for that. But I'm just waiting.
Hey, that just means you're coming up.
Hey,
Yeah.
if I get sued, I'm on the
That's
up and
not
up.
necessarily a bad thing,
It's
right?
not.
Yeah.
But I did the Ultra Instinct sample. I pitched it down and stretched it out. Then I added Goku screaming because I thought that shit was fire.
Yeah.
And then we just continued to write it from there and try to make a bunch of Dragon Ball references. And I paid for promotion on Instagram. I was like, hey, this is my song. Go check it out.
Yeah.
And then 500,000 streams later.
Holy shit, man.
Fucking,
that's
I was not
awesome.
expecting 500,000. I am very grateful, but fuck, dude. And also, it's also inspiration for what started this album.
Yeah.
So I had a song before. It's called Billy, and it was about. Well, I have a tattoo of him here. So it's Billy. It's about a real person, but it's a fake smile.
Right.
So it's a reminder not to be fake. And it was like you're doing all these things, you're being fake, and then like the second verse, the beat switches, and it's like, hey, you're fake. I don't understand why the fuck you're doing this. Didn't get too much traction, and then Super Saiyan J came out after that, and it was a shit ton of streams, getting a bunch of DMs. Oh, Super Saiyan J is good. And then I came out with a more serious song, and then nothing came after that. And I was like, I think I could make an album out of this. So if I made a hype album and hid very serious tones within the album, people are getting the best of both worlds. It's hype and it's very depressing and sad at the same time.
That makes a lot of sense.
So it's like, and at one point I was mad. I was like, why is this track getting so much fucking hype? It's so fucking stupid. Like it was, but it was Dragon Ball, and I was like, okay, I like it.
There's a lot of artists, like rappers, that use Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, 100%.
In like Chance the Rapper with the 3 album, Laugh and Dine with Krillin saying something about blonde hair. Like it's everybody implements one little thing.
Oh yeah,
It's
like I
very
try to
crazy.
implement a little bit of nerd culture in there and a little bit of anime culture in there. But it's just when it came down to that track, it was just nothing but anime, and I didn't talk about anything that I was particularly passionate about. It hurt a little bit because I was like, I could make so much better music. But Super Saiyan J, I still love the song. Desire and I still very good friends. He helped me with this album too, and I genuinely think having the best of both worlds is like the best thing to do, especially with the singles going forward. It's like, fuck, dude, it's gonna be insane.
Awesome.
I like this next question.
Yeah, so this one is not about music, but it is very important. that
It is
we
very
answer
important.
this.
We need answers.
We need accuracy on this particular
Yes.
question.
All right, hit me with it.
I feel
All
like I feel like you're a good person to answer this.
We're going downstairs, and there's basically like this basement, a bunch of people crowded around. It's a fucking fight club. all
Oh,
right?
shit.
You've got Mitch on one side and Blake on the other. Who wins?
For those that can't see,
Okay.
Blake is over here pointing at himself.
Okay, all right. I was hoping Edward Norton would come in there for something.
No,
Nope,
Edward
just
Norton
the
is
two.
he is there.
Oh, he's there. Oh, him and Brad
Just
Pitt.
watching.
Yes.
Oh,
they're
shit.
watching.
Oh,
they're
they're
not
watching.
fighting. You got to pick between Mitch
Well,
and Blake.
And now, mind you, there is sand in each one of their pockets.
Oh
There's
yeah,
sand
they
in
got
each-
pocket sand.
They got pocket sand. Oh fuck!
What is pocket sand?
I don't know this shit either. I don't know.
Blow it in their eyes, man. Yeah, you never leave the house without pocket sand.
Oh.
What kind of fight club is this?
We don't talk about it.
Okay, wait. So here's the thing. I mean, we can tie it into Dungeons and Dragons. You got to roll for it,
Okay,
right?
so
I mean, that's
if
what
Mitch
happens.
and Blake simultaneously rolled a d20,
Yes.
but if I were to be very subjective, and also since like I've seen how built they are and how like muscular they are,
Wow.
Hey.
I want to say,
Whoa.
yeah, I do want to say Blake can probably take more punches. Mainly because that 6-pack he got, and
Yeah.
I'm a little bit jelly of, but it's
Mitch
okay.
has got the reach, though.
Yeah, that's what.
Mitch,
so
that's another thing. Mitch
that's
got the reach.
But
He got-
Blake. You look at Blake, and he's a little bit smaller than Mitch and height wise.
right.
But that means that Mitch is going to fall down further, and it's going to hurt when he hits the ground.
See, and also here's the thing.
Blake's going to be quick.
If it's a dirty fight, and if you have pocket sand, right, and if it's gonna be a dirty fight, who's to say there's not gonna be equipment thrown in there?
Oh yeah, no.
Because there's cameras, there's nan lights.
All right,
there's
we've got
tripods.
to turn to Vince. Lorena said they're also on a slip and slide.
Oh.
Oh fuck! They gotta be on a slip and slide. Wait, a slip and slide with what? Like
KY.
I feel like all of a sudden this is turning into like this Jello fight situation,
And they're wearing two pieces.
Look,
what is it going to take for us to make
and
this
they're
happen?
kissing.
and there it is.
And there it is. It is now turning.
You know what the
into
answer is?
something-
If that happens, we all win.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. Everybody wins.
So this is just a little sneak peek of our Dungeons and Dragons game that we might actually end up doing, and this is how insane it's going to be. And you're gonna want to join the stream for
All right,
this.
welcome to the podcast Dungeons and Managers, where we have our managers pit each other against each other. We have a new combat system. Fucking
I will say Mitch has got the reach, and Blake, I don't know where you actually grew up, but Mitch grew up in River Oaks.
Yeah, he
And
went-
let me
he
just
went where
tell
we
you,
went.
I hate to say it though, man. If you're from RO, man, you scrappy.
Right. Yeah.
You're scrappy. You got some hood.
It doesn't
But
look like
also-
it. It doesn't feel like it. But when it
no.
comes down to it,
You drank the
you're
water.
scrappy.
You scrappy.
It's in the
oh, you
water.
drank the Lake Worth water, bro?
You
No, it's in
survived.
River Oaks water.
You survived. You're scrappy.
See, also, but here's the thing, Blake. I mean, also, he grew up in Missouri, right? You grew up over there.
Texas, but it's fine.
Okay, your family's in Missouri, but you grew up in Texas. Where at in Texas?
Yeah, Blake.
This is turning into
Fort
the Blake show.
Worth. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. No. He
Mitch
drank.
got reach. Mitch will win. Okay, next question.
Nice. Ooh, the face we're getting. The face we're getting.
Bro,
All right,
it's
so
okay. It's okay.
anything you want to plug before we move in? We are going to have a bracket. We've done this once,
Ooh.
a couple of times actually. We did it once with Lou. A lot of fun. We've got a good one that we've been actually trying to do for a minute now.
Okay.
But it's like every episode, we just either forget or we just move past it.
Or we've ggone too long, which we're
Right.
we're
We're pretty
approaching
damn
that.
close.
So yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Shit.
get in this
So-
bracket.
Okay, yeah.
So where can people find you?
Okay, so I am on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok as JaeBoy, spelled JaeBoy. I have a show coming up on 9/11. Never forget. It is an Amplify show, and it is an all expenses paid. Like, your tickets are free. Why not come out? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Show starts at 8, ends at around 9-ish.
Starts at 7.
Starts at 7. Sorry, starts at 7 and goes on until like 9 o'clock, stuff like that.
Ish.
But yeah, and Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you could stream music. JaeBoy, JaeBoy, capital J, capital B.
And then also you've got the new single that just came out.
Yes, and the new single came out called "I'm Fine," and
Yeah.
it's a pretty good.
I'm
song.
fine.
And we'll have a link on
I'm
it
fine.
on our show notes,
Yeah.
so you can
Yeah,
download it.
definitely.
Nice.
And you mentioned the new album or songs, things like that. Are we looking forward to new music here in the near future?
We are very much looking forward to new music
Okay.
in the near future. After the album drops, there's going to be a very good spike of new music, like
Hell
a
yeah.
bunch of singles coming out.
Hell yeah,
It's gonna
looking
be
forward
sick.
to it, man. All right, so let's get into this bracket. This bracket specifically is basically all about like fails. So the biggest busts, right?
Oh shit.
So
All right.
we're going to do West is on the left side, East is on the right side. So we've got Game of Thrones finale versus any Zack Snyder movie.
Oh fuck.
Which is the biggest bust?
Oh, okay. That's probably a little bit easier. Game of Thrones, mainly because Zack Snyder, he did 300, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I love I mean, I don't think any Zack Snyder movie is a big bust, but 300
Okay.
was pretty good.
It made it down on it was the 16th seed, so it was
Okay.
pretty low on the list. So
Game
yeah.
of Thrones, they fucking
They
botched
fucked
the
it
ending.
up.
Yeah.
Last season
Agreed.
sucked
Dude,
balls.
I haven't watched most of it, but holy shit!
I started watching
shit I've heard.
the new one, and I'm not really.
Yeah. So Jesse wants to watch that, and I'm like, how they botched the last season. I don't want to give them any more of my time.
I'm 3 episodes in, and I'm already like, I don't know.
All right. All right. So Game of Thrones, Javier, you feel Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Game
right,
of Thrones.
Game of Thrones
Game of
takes
Thrones,
it. All right, next in the East, in the West, we've got Google Glasses versus Darko Milicic.
Yes.
Tell me about Darko.
I think he was picked in the same draft as LeBron.
Also in a movie called
Oh.
Donnie Darko, actually.
He was
Yeah.
picked number 2 over. Actually, no, number 1 overall.
Seriously?
Was he?
It wasn't for. It wasn't LeBron's. I think
Okay.
it was for like.
But he was chosen very high up,
Yeah,
and
he
we don't know who
was.
the hell he is.
Man, I like the idea of Google Glasses, though.
It's coming
But
in the
has
near
it
future.
happened?
No,
Yeah,
it happened. Google
That's
Glasses
what they
did
said
happen,
10
but they
years
were
ago.
terrible.
Like, let's be real.
But like Ray-Bans came out with their thing. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
they
Google,
did.
but Ray-Bans have a thing where
With
they
a
have like
camera.
a camera in their on their side.
Yeah, but Google Glasses came out as this like augmented reality type
It's
thing where
supposed
you
to,
be able
like-
to see stuff.
Yeah.
And we don't have that yet. And that was like 10 years ago. And it's fucking Google. If it was up to me, even though Darko probably just is awful, I'd say Google Glasses.
Yeah, I'm gonna
because
go with Google Glasses
I
myself.
I want it already.
I do too.
I do want it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty sick.
Javier, where you at?
Same.
Google Glasses?
Yeah.
All right. Next on the West, we got Freddie Adu and then Trent Richardson.
I don't
Who?
know either one of those.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
either one of those
Javier?
people.
I'm gonna go with Freddie Adu because he did play a little after they said he was the next big thing. But
What did he
Freddie-
play?
Soccer.
So he's soccer and Trent Richardson is football.
Football.
Okay.
Foosball.
Both
I'm just gonna
football.
follow your footsteps on
I'm
this
gonna follow you.
Yeah,
Freddie
sure.
Adu.
Freddie Adu.
All
Yeah,
right.
he was a due for this big bust. All right.
Oh, this one's a good one. All right. We've got last one here in the West. We got Quibi, which, if you recall, was that like short video. Like it was actually like
Oh, yeah.
movies or shows in like this very short format, almost like a TikTok to YouTube, but like
I want to watch a
an
watch a
actual
show.
in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
like they actually had good actors doing shows.
I want a show, but I don't have a lot of time to watch
that
it.
failed hard.
Yeah.
From my understanding, they put a fuck ton of money into that.
They sure did.
All right.
Oh, shit.
or
Windows Vista.
Windows Vista.
Oh man, Windows Vista fell pretty hard too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it still
Ooh.
worked.
I
I
still
mean,
worked.
I want to say Quibi. Like you said, Windows Vista actually worked.
it lasted like 3 months or less. Quibi was like
Quibi was
done.
done
Yeah.
for, dude.
I think it went like for a month, and then they're like, "Oh, shutting down."
Yeah, I'm going with Quibi.
But I'll tell you right now, it's better than what CNN Plus did because that lasted like a week and they canceled everything.
All right. So moving on to the East.
We got Jamarcus Russell versus. We were literally just talking
U2's
about
album.
this last night.
U2's
Yeah.
Apple album.
U2's Apple album that we all were
Yeah.
forced with.
Yeah, that's my biggest
Yeah.
thing. Like, and I don't like U2 anyways, but if I did, and then you force me to have an album, and you can't even delete it.
Right.
Like it was locked.
tried.
It was
Yeah.
locked on your shit. Yeah.
Yeah. On
No.
my work phone, I don't put any music obviously on it.
But you got
just
U2.
calls and
But-
texts.
but you have
But
U2.
anytime I accidentally play the play button or I press my headphone and I'm not on a call, it starts playing U2. I'm like, son of a. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm
with
gonna go.
U2.
I'm gonna go with U2.
Yeah, forced
also.
music on me. Yeah, U2. I'm sorry.
I have no clue who Jamarcus Russell is, and I know music, and I have an iPhone, so I'm just gonna go with U2's album.
Bono, you asshole.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
worst.
Bono.
That's the worst.
Even though
agreement.
even though you do good,
you do good things.
you do
Look,
good things,
man.
but fuck you for Apple.
He's a long-time listener. He's not gonna be happy about this
Yeah.
one.
All right.
Okay.
Next up on the East, we've got the Titanic.
Like the movie or
Like, okay, the movie or the thing because it did bust into something.
Ooh,
yeah.
damn.
Let's go with the actual Titanic.
Okay.
Because
I'm more
the movie-
offended with that than
Okay.
Night.
No, let's be
Oh,
real.
fuck, I'm
The-
sorry.
The movie was really good.
The movie
So
was-
it's gotta
The
be
movie
the
was
That's the
actual-
first time I saw movie titties
that same here.
in a theater. In
Yeah,
a theater
same
by
here.
myself.
Same here.
All right, this one, okay. So
Movie
this is
titties.
the real life Titanic because that was something that they kind of talked up, like is this like beautiful voyage, and then obviously we know what happened. So let's go with
Oh,
the
actual
real
Titanic.
Titanic versus the metaverse.
Well,
I want to say, okay, I have an Oculus.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
I'm-
do too.
Okay, so we can both attest. The metaverse is still kind of up and coming.
Yeah,
it's
very-
still there. It's
yeah.
not a bust.
the Titanic.
But
it's
it busts into an
it's-
iceberg,
It's in
so
the,
I wanna
it's
say,
done. It's
like-
in the bottom of the ocean.
Titanic.
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 All right.
Yeah.
Next up on the East, we got the war on drugs versus Cristiano Ronaldo bust.
You know where I
oh,
stand
that
on
was
this.
a statue, right?
Yeah.
That was a statue that was just like
That was
horrifying.
a joke, right?
No,
No,
it was
no, no,
real.
it
That was real?
That was real.
And it was so scary.
Bro, because I saw a thing of like, it was like James Corden. He made a video of it, and he brought out a fucked up Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, there was one with it was Cristiano Ronaldo. No, it was Landon Donovan. With James Corden, because they were doing it for LA Galaxy. And,
and they had to present it in front of him and his family and all the fans. And
And then people started crying. His
Bro.
kids were
so fucking
screaming.
upset.
the look on his face was.
I want to say, bro, I'm low key gonna say it is difficult because people still do drugs, bro.
Well, no, yeah, that's the thing. Is
Look,
like
the war on drugs was stupid.
It was bad. It was just like a publicity thing, wasn't it?
I feel like it was.
yeah.
It was like
mandatory minimum sentences.
Yeah, go on with the war on drugs. That
5
was a
years or
bust.
some shit.
I mean, we're still putting people in. I mean, weed still isn't legal here, but we're still putting people in jail
Oh yeah,
Upsetting.
for
something that's not as bad as alcohol.
and for
in
a
my
long
opinion.
time too.
Yeah, crazy. All
I'm
right,
telling you.
war on drugs.
Okay, war on drugs.
War on drugs.
Next and last in the East,
oh god.
Firefest or Star Wars
prequels.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Firefest.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, man, you're going too fast here.
Nope, I had to get it out.
So Firefest, for one, stole a shit ton of money.
yeah, I get that.
Went them stranded
I understand.
On an island.
on an island. False promises.
100% understand that.
Bologna sandwiches.
Bologna sandwiches, bro. I mean, okay, listen, I love bologna.
Let me
bro.
tell
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Let me tell you what Star
But
Wars
like
prequels did to me.
when you were guaranteed like these shrimp taco meals and like
Yeah,
crazy
dude.
shit, and you get like whatever the fuck was on that plate.
But here's
called
the
a
thing.
sandwich.
God.
Star Wars prequels. They gave me Jar Jar Binks, and that guy
What is
was.
wrong with Jar
Listen,
Jar?
if it was
What is not
Firefest
wrong with
versus
Jar Jar?
Jar
Yeah.
Binks, I might consider it. But I'm
man.
all for Firefest on this
I'm
one.
going to lose out on this because I'm going to stand my ground and say Star Wars prequels. But you know what? If y'all say
I
Firefest,
love the prequels.
fuck you.
You had Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
Uh-huh.
The second one you had Darth Sidious. No. Which
Darth
one's
Maul?
the older one, the Christopher Lee one, versus Obi-Wan and Anakin. In
Yeah.
the third one, you had that epic fight with Obi-Wan versus Anakin.
I'm going to tell you
Dude,
that
the epic fight is so iconic.
everything that's come out now since all the prequels that have come out, all the other stuff that's come out has been 100% better
But listen,
than the Star Wars prequels.
I feel
We're
like
talking about episodes 1, 2, and 3.
I really liked how Obi-Wan connected that gap, though. Like, it almost made them not so bad because it kind of
It made it not so shitty?
Honestly, probably did them a little bit of justice.
It
Yeah,
did.
agreed.
It did.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm still standing by
So
it. So
Firefest?
y'all got
Firefest.
See, Chase. All right, Chase. The sequels are trash. Like, look,
Chase knows what's up.
Yeah, well,
The
so
se-
what? You lose. Firefest. All right,
All right.
now we're going to make it into the final four.
Final four,
No,
all right.
8,
All right.
right? No, four.
Four,
Final
yeah, final four, yeah.
Right.
All right, we have got Game of Thrones finale versus Google Glasses.
I want it, bro. We're talking about fiction in real life here.
Yeah.
I want to say Game of Thrones still because people still dedicated a shit ton of time to that show.
Yeah.
A shit ton of time.
I agree with you.
I'm against watching this new series because of it.
I've heard it was actually okay. Like,
It's not.
But
It's not.
Chad's
So
saying
far,
it's not.
Nah.
It's not.
Yeah.
I don't- it's just not a lot
Whatever
going
Chad
on.
says goes.
That
He's
white-haired
saying
girl
it's not.
freaks me out. She freaks me out.
Yeah, and
So-
like on the first Game of Thrones, what happened in the first episode? People die, people fall out of windows, you got brothers and sisters having sex. I mean, like, it was good
Nice.
shit.
It was good shit.
Fucking
Brothers and
This one,
sisters
it's just, like,
having
very-
sex.
100%.
very
The
slow.
incest is what did it.
Very slow.
That's what made the-
All right,
they
so we're
made
gonna
the
move
show.
with the Game of Thrones finale.
All right, yes.
Into the
Yeah.
final
Four.
Yeah, final.
All right.
final four. Yeah, that will be the
Yeah, that'll be the
final
final four. This is like final six or
okay,
some
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then we got Freddie Adu versus Quibi. I'm gonna say Quibi.
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 All right,
Yeah.
and then we've got U2's Apple album versus the Titanic.
Oh,
Now, that's actually kind of hard.
U2's Apple album for me.
The Titanic killed people.
It killed people. I don't think U2's album actually did
But
that
it
much
was very
damage.
annoying.
It actually-
U2's. Just think about it. You want to take pictures and you can't because your phone space is all taken up by the U2 album.
It actually, the Titanic killed minorities. The rich people got on the boats first.
Well, Jack didn't. He died. We all saw that
Yeah, we all saw that.
on live television.
I don't know. I'm still going with
live
look.
TV.
I'm still going with the U2. I'm gonna go with the U2 album. Y'all can pick y'all can veto
go with
it.
the
That's
Titanic.
fine.
That was
All right,
rough.
I
I
get
mean,
it.
Yeah, Titanic actually
I can't
killed
even
people.
imagine.
I wasn't there, so I don't know how rough it was.
Can you imagine? Like, think of this right now.
I
Like,
was
what-
there for the U2 album.
What if the Titanic happened like now with the social media and the news and all
No.
the things? Can you imagine
I also think they
the
might have.
shit that would
The
the
uproar.
shitstorm?
They
Oh.
probably would have been able to save more people.
Well, yeah,
100%.
That did happen in Italy. Remember that
It did.
boat
Yeah,
capsized?
it did, and everybody lived.
Not everybody.
No,
there were people that died.
There was people that died.
There was a
was-
boat that capsized in
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah.
It was
I
a
know
cruise
that.
ship.
yeah.
I think it was a little bit different with the Titanic.
All right,
though,
all right,
'cause it was
all
like
right.
freezing
I get it.
water
I
and-
get
okay,
it. I
whatever.
get it.
Titanic
Y'all are
wins.
more virtuous than I am.
The
And
last one here on the East, we got the war on drugs or
Versus
Firefest.
both have killed people.
Both have killed people.
Well, no, the Firefest didn't kill anybody. I don't think.
It might have.
No, I think it did. To be honest with you, it killed their spirits.
same.
It killed their love for Ja
All right,
Rule.
Oh fuck, dude.
I still have a hate for the war on drugs, so I'm gonna go with that.
I think the Firefest was one of the craziest things that have ever happened
Yeah.
in our day and age.
And, like,
it's nuts.
It's
It is crazy.
utterly ridiculous.
yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go with Firefest.
Okay.
Yeah, Firefest.
I'm gonna go with the war on drugs. So Blake's
Ooh,
the
Blake.
Blake, you're the deciding
tiebreaker.
vote, bro.
What
Firefest
wins
or war on drugs? What wins?
the biggest bust?
Biggest bust?
Yeah.
I would say
He's having to think. It's a tough one. It really is.
The war on drugs,
war on drugs didn't work.
right?
Neither did Firefest.
Neither did Firefest, dude.
Firefest was probably the biggest bust.
Like straight up bust.
So Firefest?
Firefest.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Yeah, bro.
Firefest takes
Firefest.
it. Now we are into the final four. In the West, we have got Game of Thrones finale versus Quibi, and in the East, we have got the Titanic versus Firefest. So back to the West.
Dude, this is like a weird multiverses
So-
battle.
Yeah.
Like,
I never
It's getting bad. Like these final four are actually really bad.
look. I never enjoyed Quibi. I never got to enjoy Quibi.
Right.
And Game of Thrones, I did not enjoy at
it was
all at
such
the
a
end.
waste of time.
Right.
So I'm going with Game of Thrones.
Dude,
Game of
like,
Thrones.
Quibi never gave me the chance to bust.
Both of them were such a waste of money with no actual gratification.
Mark that.
A quote from Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Quibi never gave me a chance to bust. What an inspirational quote
Wow.
from
Okay.
Tim.
Hey,
I want that
wait a
as a
second.
tattoo.
Wait. Coming in from the chat, if you think about it, statistically, the amount of people that have that album on their phone that have died while it was playing is possibly deadlier than the Titanic.
Oh
Right?
my fucking.
Coming in clutch from the chat,
All right,
Jared
it doesn't matter. No more.
Johannesson.
It don't matter
It doesn't
anymore.
matter, Jared. You lost.
Jared. That's
Sorry.
really good though. That's
Yeah,
good
it's a good
thinking.
point. All right,
He's a brilliant mind, really.
let's get back to it. Game of Thrones finale versus Quibi.
Game of Thrones finale.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones finale.
It provided the like so much wasted time, and then Quibi, like he said, just
I
didn't
never
give him a
had
chance to
never
bust.
had a chance to waste my time.
I-
Yeah.
I think of it
couldn't
from, like-
bust on Quibi.
Yeah,
you know
could
what it
not
was
bust on
for
Quibi.
me? I think that was the Battle of the Bastards. That they paid so much money for that
Yeah.
Oh, the
episode.
bastards.
The Jon Snow versus the other guy who was a fucking bitch.
Oh, that crazy dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they hyped that up, and then for them to end it the way they did
Yeah,
was
yeah,
such
yeah.
a kick in the dick.
Yeah.
But I want to see.
Straight
I want
punch
to
in
see
the
like
face.
statistical
Fucking A.
analysis over like the
you-
money wasted on Quibi versus
You
that
two is
last-
still killing. The Titanic is everybody's dead already.
Shut up. All right. I want to see like a data analysis versus
Right.
like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like money spent and then how many people were upset versus Quibi spent money
Yeah.
versus literally everyone was
No
upset.
one
It was gone.
No one was upset
Holy,
because
that's
they didn't.
actually
So I'm gonna stick with Quibi. I lose,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm gonna stick to my ground. So
Okay.
Game of Thrones finale takes it to the last round. On the East, we've got the Titanic or Firefest.
look.
I'm going for Firefest.
Now you're going for Firefest?
I'm-
What do you have against the Titanic, dude?
I don't care for it.
Okay. Either did the iceberg, I guess.
Years.
The Firefest could have affected me. The Titanic did not because I was not alive then.
That makes sense.
Also, your family members could have been on there though.
True.
Yeah, but they
No,
weren't. I'm here.
ancestors.
Sorry, but none of us
Truly,
had
I'm
the
here.
money. Our families
true.
never were wealthy enough
Yeah.
to be on the
I'll,
Titanic.
you know what? I'll back Tim. I'll go Firefest.
Firefest. I think
Firefest because it increased everybody's hate for Ja Rule and everybody
in
just
modern
made fun
history.
of
That's
Yeah,
the
modern
main
history.
thing. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
All right,
I mean,
all right.
50 Cent bought like all these tickets for one of his shows so that way nobody can go.
Yeah, wasn't it like the front row?
Yeah,
like
the
the
fir-
front
yeah,
couple rows?
Yeah.
I get it. Like the
So
Firefest.
fucking ridiculous.
I want money like that.
The Firefest was a bust, like a full-on
Yes.
bust. Titanic was kind of a catastrophe.
It was a
They're
catastrophe,
different
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
I think with that Ja Rule thing, the tickets were on Groupon, so he like bought a. That's why he
So-
bought a shitload of
I
tickets.
think the thing is with Firefest, they knew like the promoters and everything, knew like this shit's not going to take off.
Allegedly,
but they
don't wanna get
still,
sued.
but they still did it.
They did a documentary. Like,
Yeah,
They
but
did,
still,
yeah.
you know, you can
But they still did it.
defamation account.
Whereas the Titanic, I think, didn't know they were going to sink because they were billed as the unsinkable ship, and then
look, we
Found
are
out.
we are down to the final. We've got.
can we say they fucked around and found out?
I do want to say one thing
Oh
about
my God, we're never gonna get through this
All right,
goddamn
all right,
bracket.
the
anyways. All right,
Titanic.
let's go,
One
let's
thing
go.
about the Titanic, it is they did call it
Titanic.
an unsinkable ship,
The
but
titty.
the
Shrimp,
only
shrimp.
Titanic.
the only unsinkable ship is friendship.
No, you could,
Period.
you could sink that.
Oh, Tim's done it multiple times.
Yeah, you're
Oh
not
yeah,
friends
there was
anymore.
that 5-year gap when you didn't see us.
Yeah.
You fucking prick.
Oh
I
shit.
wouldn't sink. It was.
It all looks coming
It didn't.
out.
It didn't sink. It didn't sink. Obviously.
It sung for some people.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. In
All
the
right.
final two, in the finals here.
Finals.
In the West, we have got Game of Thrones finale, which actually was the number 1 seed, and then we have got Fire Fest,
Which is the number
which
2.
was the number 2 seed.
Look at that.
Strangely enough, we picked the top 2 as whoever actually made this fucking bracket. All right.
right.
Game of Thrones, Fire Fest.
Ooh.
I want to say, okay,
I'm going Fire Fest.
I'm gonna go Firefest mainly because Game of Thrones didn't cost people money.
It cost other
It
people money,
didn't-
but
it
not.
didn't fuck
yeah.
over people's like
That was
banking
rough.
statements
Yes.
and shit because that like it actually affected people's lives. Well, Game of Thrones probably did that for some people, but like not
I mean,
for an entire
What's
fucking
$15 a month for a consumer versus like
thousands
paying-
of dollars for tickets.
I need
and-
another $1,000 for a tent. Okay. I need another $1,000 for a private jet. Okay. I need another $1,000 for something other than a sandwich. Okay. Bro,
Yeah,
come on.
Firefest.
And then just stranded.
Firefest. They took it.
Yeah, Firefest.
takes it,
took
yeah.
Yeah, Firefest
Firefest,
takes
yeah.
it.
Absolutely.
All right, so
And
that was the bracket.
Firefest wins as the biggest bust here on the bracket.
According to my calculations, though, Game of Thrones and blah, 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 blah.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to ask if we can get the kids for Firefest.
The kids are there for Firefest. All right.
All right. Well, JaeBoy, we had so much fun hanging out with you. Thank you
hell
for
yeah,
coming
dude.
on the show. Looking forward to hearing the new music that's going to continue to roll out. Can't wait to hear how the show goes on Sunday.
For sure.
If anyone is available on September 11th, don't forget.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Never
We've got JaeBoy for free at Tulips. Thank you to Amplify817. Make sure to make it out. Doors at 7. Show starts at 8. Make it out. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes.
You can check out JaeBoy again at JaeBoy on all the social media.
Capital J, capital B.
Capital J,
Yeah,
capital
you
B.
don't have to look up the capitals. All right, and you can find us at the Funky Panther on all the social
That's
medias.
important, Chad.
Or thefunkypanther.com. Please do not forget to vote for us for the best podcast in Fort Worth and the Fort Worth Weekly. Link is going to be right here in the description. You've got until September 10th to make sure you knock that out. So we look forward to winning again, thanks to you. So stay good, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are
The Funky Panther.